Hello, hello.
What's up, beekeepers? The no life beekeepers.
6 of y'all. Oh, 6, 5, 6 of y'all.
Take them a few minutes. They'll come on in.
Oh, yeah, they're just getting the notifications. Well, how is everyone?
Yeah, I actually got off work a little bit early today. We were off Monday, so we had to make up for it today, but then they decided, hey, we're leaving at 8 hours.
Well, they gave you you still got holiday pay or no?
No.
Oh, you don't get holiday pay?
Nope, not with this company. I wish, but oh well. Oh, everybody's starting to pop in now.
I see that. Hey, Randy,
Tobias, 33.
Phil, and Phil, 33 miles. Bees Phil, yeah, and for Bee Juice Phil.
Phil, where's the other brother Phil?
Phil, and the other brother Phil. Y'all doing all right tonight? We skipped last night, guys, as you could tell readily.
A little bit tired last night.
Yeah, it does. You figure if we average probably 4 or 5 live streams a week, typically. So we're putting in an extra probably 15 hours of stream time, not including giveaway stuff and other stuff, so plus our regular videos that we edit and put up in our other live streams. So
everything we do in the background.
It is a little bit tedious, guys. So once in a while we do take a night off, but hey, don't worry. We still appreciate every one of you that do join and come with us.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, hell, we wouldn't be here without them.
I hear a beer calling my name. That sounds so great right now. I could have got one. I just put the link out if you want to pin it, Lee, on your channel.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
And
got Dr. Pepper, but I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I got Monster Ultra Peachy Keen tonight. But, well, I'm having struggles, guys. Having struggles in the bee yard. What I'm noticing now, the heat is drying the brood out. The uncapped brood, like just open brood and larva that hasn't made it to capping stage, they're just like drying out.
How's your flow coming in? Your nectar flow?
It's slowed down. I've been putting feed on the little 2-framers at night. Like I just came in from doing that. And that gives them all night to drink it without worrying about a bigger colony coming in to try to rob them out necessarily. So that's what I've been doing with that. The bigger colonies, the real big colonies have nectar or they have honey and stuff, right? So it's like, do I go ahead and pull that off and just slap feed on everybody right now? Or the smaller colonies, I'm starting to put feeders on, and but I don't want them to get raided by the bigger colonies. So that's a whole nother thing. So I did put my 2 of my Ceracell feeders on yesterday. And speaking of Ceracell feeders, if you didn't see my little video, we got 5 more weeks of Christmas around here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more weeks of Christmas. Blythewood Bee Company, once again, knocked it out the park and stepped up and gave us 5 more weeks of giveaways. But this time, it's going to be Ceracell top hive feeders.
Now, the question I got on that one, too, do they have the 10-frame Ceracell? Because on their website, I'm only seeing the 5-frame and 8-frame.
Well, they are currently waiting on a trailer to come in from New Zealand.
Okay. So they probably have a 10-frame.
Yeah, they do have 10 frames. I've got them. I've got a few of them. So that's going to be the next thing. You get to, not everybody runs 10. Not everybody runs 8. Some people run 5. But you'll have your choice of a 5, 8, or 10 frame Ceracell feeder. In the next, after we're done with this last giveaway. Now, keep in mind, Lee and I were talking about it. And if we keep the giveaway just running concurrently. Like, don't skip a week and just keep it going. It may be a couple of weeks before their truck comes in, because he says once they order, it takes the ship like 30 days to get here from New Zealand. Also, he's committed to sending Saracel to the Hive Life conference as well. So once we get with Cayman, I actually messaged Cayman today, and we're going to try to open up some some pre-orders on that, before the Hive Life conference. So I would bring it up and you would pick it up from me at the Hive Life conference. No idea. It's actually got wood in the box. Now the 5-frame, when I bought the 5-frame one, it did kind of, you had to put that together. The 10-frame one came already assembled. All right. So next thing is, Randy, should I just slap liquid feed on them? Would that be enough for them? Or should I put some pollen sub on it? These are the things I need to know right now. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Larry. So it's been like 101 yesterday and like close to 100 today. So, and it's been like that for the week. So I don't know if it's just like dehydrating them, just liquid feed. All right. Well, I started pumping some liquid feed on them. Yeah, there's the picture I sent him yesterday. It's like 101. I sent that to Brian too at Castle Hives. He says, no, thank you. Too hot. And then, I was driving in my truck and it went down to 100. And I took another picture. I said, look, we just had a cold snap. It's 100 now.
I think we only hit 98 here yesterday.
But that doesn't even include the heat index, right? That's just the temperature. You know how in the wintertime, they say it's 32, but it feels like 10. Well, here it's like, oh, it's 101, but it feels like 108. So it's...
Hey there, Ricky.
I've got some solar wax out there melting. I've got some frames I need to scrape down. The thing is, when it's old brown frames and you scrape it down, not much wax comes out of it. It's just a lot. I mean, wax does come out of it, but it's a lot of cocoons, right?
Yeah. It'll probably take a little bit longer too with that harder wax.
Hey, Ricky.
You're in 78.
You're in the south-ish. Yeah, we are definitely in the south-ish. But it's one of those things that's what I'm saying. We have every geographical location is going to have a different set of rules they really kind of have to play by, right? Because I'm pretty sure people in Pennsylvania and Ohio don't have brood drying out right now. So that's the thing I'm worried about, even with my 2 framers. And that could be a total train wreck this time of year. It might be a good thing a little bit later when the temperature breaks a little bit, but who knows, man? I've been putting feed on them, but I've only been putting half pints. These little half pint jars. Put a couple little 2 holes in it and put it over a 3/4 hole and let them get it out.
You got any full pint jar?
I do, but my thing was with the little 2 framers, I wanted it to be gone early in the day, in the morning, so to try to keep robbing down.
When you go out there the next morning after putting it on in the evening or at night, do they still have any left?
Very little when I get there in the morning.
Okay.
Some of them will have a little bit, but the real weaker colonies, which, since the brood is drying out, makes me want to not go out and shake a bunch of bees in, because then I'm taking it from the colony that needs that. So might even hit 65 tomorrow. Awesome. Hey, Fred. Oh my God. Cajun. Brad, get your behind in here. But you haven't had any of that problem with the colonies with the brood
Dry.
drying out, or you haven't looked at it or haven't been able to look?
I hadn't really looked hard, but I mean, normally you would kind of notice it. And I mean, our nectar flow here is going so heavy right now. After the farmer's market, I'm going to run to all my yards to more supers on tomorrow.
Well, it rained a little bit today, like this afternoon, but when I went out, it was dry again. Or, there's moisture on the grass and all. So hopefully that that helps out. But man, I'm afraid to put those Boardman feeders on the little nukes that I don't have top high feeders for.
Well, the good thing about putting the jars on the top, generally, if you got any robber bees trying to get to the feed, they're going to go to the top of the hive where they can't get in versus going right to the front entrance.
But then you got the whole box issue thing, right? That you got to have a box on top that's empty. So that's the whole other thing. So you guys got like balmy 72 and 65 degrees days. I wish we were having that right now. It's been kind of warm around here. Let me see. Hey, if you guys didn't see the video, did you see my my mail call video today? I know you did, late.
Yep.
Oh, and of course it dropped because I was trying to not have to take my headset off.
Yeah, we 7:15 right now, and it's showing it's still 84 degrees here.
I think Jason at Bohemia Bees has the coolest packaging ever.
We're gonna find out where he gets the box is made.
Well, check this out. Well, you can't see it now. Great. You see that? That's actually handles off a hive body, and I on all four sides there's a handle like a hive body, and then when you open it up, there's bees and honeycomb on the inside, and then he's got it nicely packaged in there. Couple Bohemia Bees apiary stickers, a nice bottle of, and we talked about bottles. He's been buying his bottles from Man Lake, but I think we got him to come over to the dark side with Gamber Container. Not that we get nothing from Gamber Container. It's just a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And
if they just give me a little bit off the shipping, I'd be happy.
Right? I didn't notice that. Look at that. Got a smoker. So yeah, really classy packaging. I love this idea. Like if somebody were to order a bottle of honey and you could package it up like this and send it to them, that's outstanding. And then the mini hive tool.
I like that one.
And this is something I could just stick in my pocket, right? So if you guys watched the video where he ordered the Ceracell grafting kit, and excuse me, he ordered the Ceracell grafting kit when I was talking about it live, and the shipping, it was messed up on Blythewood's website, which if you ever see something that looks crazy like that, call him. I talked to Scott today. He said, yeah, for sure would have made sure that was fixed. But that was his unboxing video. He ordered it. I went to the store and picked it up and took it to the post office and mailed it to him. So he saved some of those money, saved some money. A new video show all our flowers right now and show Bob Walker. Hey, Ricky, you can come in if you want to, buddy.
Yeah, look at the top of the comments. They got the link pinned.
And so, we've been getting support. When I say support in the form of giveaways, guys. I do, when I say they've hooked me up, right? I've gotten a couple top hive feeders. They didn't charge me for putting those 30 boxes together for me. No, you don't have to call for pricing. He said that there was something in the system wrong. He said it was just a matter of the dimensions and the weight of the box was wrong in the computer. So it was wrong. Phil says not for the first half hour. That's typically what we run. But If you're ordering something online and it looks crazy, guys, just call them. They'll make sure it's correct. Oh, just taking a break from farm work. I got you, buddy. But
I'll need a break every now and then.
Yeah, it does weigh on you pretty heavily. That's what I tell my wife. This is basically harvest season, crop season. If you're a farmer, that you'd be harvesting crops.
In fact, hopefully sometime in the stream tonight, I ran all of my honey in my bottling tank. I put in there 2 days ago to let it slowly warm up and let any wax residue left float to the top. I ran it through the strainer again while ago, poured it back in. And then in a little while, I'll fill a bottle and show you the difference between last year and early spring.
Well, it's lighter, right? Much lighter?
Oh, yeah, a lot lighter.
Well, I'm going to see. I wasn't going to pull my honey for probably 2 to 3 more weeks, right? And then now that it's kind of been hot and I see brood drying out, I'm like, now I'm thinking the honey that I have that's uncapped in these colonies that are putting it away so good, well, now to start eating that, right, and using it. So I'm worried that it's going to eat into my honey crop. But at the same time, if they need it, then I should just let them have it, right? I mean, it's like,
you could always extract it and then put the honey super back on and then put the sugar water to them and let them fill that and use that for the dearth.
And I mean, I put out a little bit of open feed today and they were hitting it a little bit, but not crazy. Not hitting it real hard like they did in the spring before the nectar flow. Oh, nice. Well, there you go. In Canada, you can probably buy a lot of stuff with beer.
Good price, huh?
Right. Terrific price. But last night, Brian from Castle Highs said he was going to try to join us. And then we didn't go live. So I don't know if he's... let me see. How can I have 15% power? I left this thing on the charger the whole time I was laying down.
Is the other end of the wire plugged in?
Well, I just plugged it in a different charger. We'll see.
I've plugged my phone up before and accidentally unplugged the other end.
Yeah, anything's possible in the bedroom. Be patient a few days and see how it plays. Maybe that's a smart move. See, I'm afraid... I really want to feed my small colonies, but I'm afraid to put the feed on the small colonies because I don't want the massive colonies to just come in and rob them all out. And once that robbing starts, it's it'll be done. So my 2-frame nukes, some of them are doing good. Some of them, not so much. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've got going on here. Now you've been working all week, so you haven't even had a chance to look in yours really this week.
I walked out there the other day just to kind of glance at the front of them, and they really wasn't bearding too bad. I mean, a little bit, but it wasn't much. Nothing to worry about. Now, I had to run to the cafe a while ago for my girlfriend, bring her something for the cafe. And I have a swarm trap out the back of it, and I noticed a few scout beads flying in and out of it.
Look what Steve just said. Whoop. I've left supers on in a dearth, and they seem to continue to cap and just use the newer nectar for brood. Okay. All right. Well, maybe that's what I do. I just let it roll until, last week of June. And, worst case scenario, I don't have as much honey as I was hoping on, but at this point, I don't even care. It's more about making it. I do have some fondant. I could put some fondant on too. Pollen sub, could put some pollen sub on to help smaller colonies. But this is that time of the year to where it's like crucial, right? Where you got to get it right.
It's a fine line. You take too much honey, they're going to die out. Leave too much, and you got a chance for robbing or just going to waste for you.
And yeah, I don't have robbing screens either. I would have to make robbing screens and then put them in. I do have the materials to do it. So that is a plan. Might be the plan for this weekend. Oh, my colonies over at the Grove are doing pretty well. Out of the 5, the one I requeened, the first one where I did the video with the GoPro sitting on the frames and she was piping, they're the only ones that are kind of not doing well. The rest of them are doing pretty well.
Do they have a water source close over there at the Grove?
Yeah, a big pond, a big lake.
Okay.
About a couple blocks down the street. So let me see. Are you seeing any robbing feeding the smalls at night? No. The little tiny, well, I could do that with my nukes too. I could just drill a hole in the top and set the jar on top like I was doing. I would just have to put a bigger jar because they've got more bees in there. But the main thing was just, giving them something because the little tiny 2-framers don't have as many foragers to go out and bring back for the rest of the colony. And I do have the fondant. I've got a bunch of fondant. I could just start. I got some strips in the freezer that I was using, and then I've got some in the package still down here next to me. That's more room temperature.
Does that have any protein value in that?
It's just sugar.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know how much it was. Because, I mean, you look at your pollen patty, it has more protein, but your winter patty don't. But the more protein you put on there, the more they're going to try to build up brood.
Well, let's see. Let's see if this has any protein in it. It's got 3% fat. Cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrates, 11% carbohydrates, 54% sugar. It's got vitamin D, calcium, potassium, and a little, well, it's got 0% by volume, but it's got it listed on here. So protein 0 grams. So there's no added protein.
Okay.
But it says contains wheat made in a facility that also processes milk, eggs, soys, and tree nuts. I don't know. But it's sugar.
Look like Brad's having a little trouble with the hive beetles.
Yeah, I actually had a 2-framer slimed out yesterday and a 2-framer this evening that had some in it. So I took that, which is how I found the dried out larva, right? I went into a nuke, pulled a frame, put it in there, took the frame that had the hive beetles in, put it in, shook the bees off, put it in the freezer, and we'll freeze dry those hive beetles larvae, and pepperminted some stuff up. Yeah, they eat that peppermint so quick in the little nuke in the 2-framers. I don't know with that if there's just, I think it's just not enough bees.
It's hard with a 2-frame. I mean, like you say, with the beetle season, because the population ain't high enough compared to a regular hive. And then most of your 2-framers, the entrance on the front is to full width. So that being full width and lower population, they have trouble policing it. So you may have to reduce it down to about 2-3 bee width.
And in my smaller colonies, I went with soft peppermints compared to the hard peppermints. And I don't know if that makes a difference, guys. I don't know. But my big colonies or my main yard doesn't really have any hive beetles. No, it was just the little ones that I saw in the nukes, the 5-frame nukes. And it was only one colony because I only pulled frames out of one colony, only one frame, and gave them foundationless where there was no comb, so no beetles could get in it.
You said that one that got hit the other day. You don't remember if you put peppermint in that one or not?
I don't remember that because I was working with my nephew and I was handing him frames and basically I was giving him the stuff and telling him what to do, and honestly don't remember. I'm not putting any blame on him. It's my responsibility to make sure everything goes right with him, not his. So I'm thinking I didn't in that one.
He said if they can't get into the other hive because the peppermint and you don't have it in one, they could have hit that one harder.
Took off the top boxes on 531. I would think if the queen should, within a week, usually the queen will start laying if everything's all right with it, generally within a week. But I've got like 14 top covers for nukes, like the other nukes that don't have bees in them. I'll go ahead and drill them out and get jars and put that on the top of my other nukes. Now, one of the nukes does have that little plastic feeder, and they were hitting that hard today inside the nuke box. And I've got that 10 framer on one, and I didn't check it today. But my other ones, my Ceracell feeders, they didn't drink all the feed in there, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have gone through all the feed in that other one either. Well, the funny thing is that nuke is on the row with the other massive colonies. They're right on the end. And I didn't see the queen in that box today either, but I saw, the brood and larva.
Yeah, I believe it's supposed to just run them out of the hive. I don't think it'll actually kill them. I mean, it's not a poison insecticide.
Yeah, it's supposed to just run them out, keep them out. So if you have other things you use in your colonies, typically I would still probably put that in with the peppermint and just let the bees have better odds.
On James's question he had up here, did it have cap queen cells whenever you separated them, or were they still drawing out cells?
Yeah, once it's slimed, it's a total loss. Hey, Houston. Good to see you, bud. Unfortunately, once they start sliming, it's done pretty much.
The only way you're going to get away with it is if they're just starting to slime the first frame, you'll just have to pull it out and put another frame in its place.
All right, so cap queen cells, once they hatch out, they could walk around the colony for, depending on the weather, for up to like a week before they ever fly out on a mating flight. And then it could be up to a week before they start laying.
Yep.
So it could be 2 weeks. So sometime this week, probably. Let me see. Keeping up with these comments. My wife was trying to break in. You see the door crack back there? Yes, the beetles run out of the hive, but they're running around in nature still. Yep. If they find that hole in the peppermint wall, you got that right. They will definitely come in.
I treated the ground, and at least my new yard, the ground was treated before I even put my hive stands there. That way, if any larva does come out and try to drop to the ground, they basically dead before they even get burrowed in.
I don't have anything under the queen, the 2 framers, the queen yard, so I need to keep up with that for sure. And but I do have them under. I do have the tarp and everything under the 5 framers. And the well, no, I don't have any tarp under that, but I do have diatomaceous earth under the entrance. Man, I can't believe nobody wants to hop in tonight. All right, it's been 32 minutes. Phil, you can come in now. Actually, 29 minutes and 48 seconds. So you got to wait 10 seconds before you can come in. But yeah, we're going to be giving away Saracel top high feeders, 5 of them.
I'll have to look that bag up, Brad, but basically it's like a triacenon granule that you use with a seed spreader for the yard. But it's supposed to cover, I think, 2,500 feet or whatever, square feet in that one bag. And I put it in probably, I'd say a 10 foot by 15 foot, 10 foot by 20 foot area, the entire bag. And then let it rain on it a couple times before I put my hive stands in. So it definitely soaked in the ground heavy. In fact, that's the yard that's probably about 40 foot or so off the driveway into the wooded area. And the 2 or 3 times that I've been there, I have not seen one hive beetle in any of the hives, but I do have peppermint in them too.
Brad's waiting for Brian. I don't know if Brian's going to show up tonight. He said he would come last night. So the feeders, they make a 5, an 8, and a 10 frame variety. So it just depends on what you have as gear, is what you can get. They're nice. I'm using mine right now, 2 of them. But there are some, I actually put an inner cover on top of those just to see if that would help with what I was talking about. The 5 frame feeder, that one right there, I use. It's not, you can see the wood in between the 2 trays there. And when you put a migratory cover on top of a nuke, it still lets bees like come up underneath the edge and walk across here. And so it's a little bit different, but we got them on there. We do. I've got that on. I've got 2 of the other ones. I still have one I could put on. So we're going to see. Oh, you have an 8 frame one? Yeah. So you can pick if you win the 5, the 8, or the 10.
Hey, Brad, I found that stuff that I use here. I get it from Home Depot, but I'm probably sure you could find it other places also. But it's supposed to kill over 100 different types of insects.
Oh, this guy's giving away nukes. Basically, this guy's got 5 frame nukes for $130.
Dang. Getting late season, he may be trying to get rid of the end of them.
Empty some boxes out, right? That's the let me see. He just posted it. Located in Colombia. He's in my town. This guy's looking for he said he'll swap 2 queens for a 5 frame nuke.
Hey, Brad, I'm going to drop a link to that stuff that I use to treat my ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are there any bees in them? Yep, supposed to be 5 frames of. Says I have a few 5 frame nukes for sale with queen. Is a 2022 for 130. So that's cheap. Yeah, definitely not the only one that's obsessed with bees. It's just we got to I have issues too that I don't know the answer to. That's why I ask about, hey, have you guys had brood drying out? And then they pull it out, right? And then the queen has to go try to lay it back up again.
Yeah, it ain't no beekeepers in here.
No. We're bee havers. We ain't miss bee having.
Hey, Fermanagh, that 250 pounds, that's for the nuke there? Or
Yeah,
what
it's
was
like
that?
$300 for a nuke.
Uh,
Yeah, all
what, what,
nukes are not
what's
created
the
equal,
pound
though. That's
going
for
on
sure.
now? 1.5 times US?
Mm,
So that'd
not
be what,
sure.
about 350?
Um,
Nope.
that's GBP to USD. Conversion is $1.25.
It went down then, $1.25.
So 250 is $312 in 21 cents.
Last time I checked, it was at 1.5 difference, but that's been a while.
That's a yeah, you'd have to check them out real good.
Might be some of those aiming bees coming back.
Some aiming bees. Let me see. You can choose which one you want. How many do you have? I'll message him right now. I'll buy them all. How many do you have? When he says a few, is that just the 3 he's got in the picture? Pick them up tomorrow if they're worth the grain of salt. Bumblebees. That's Mississippi prices. Well, see, I can go get them for 130 and resell them for 200. I made $70. Or split them all out. All right, so if I get 3 5-frame nukes, I could make at least probably 6 2-frame nukes out of them.
Mm-hmm. You can paper combine them with the ones you got, strengthen them back up.
Right, that's true. I just take some pro nukes and grow them out. Oh, look at here. Looky here. You had to give us a grace period.
I was about to say he's sitting in a new location tonight too.
Oh yeah, he's in a new zone. He's in the kitchen.
Well, I was always in the kitchen, but just a new seat.
You always in a recliner, huh?
And he's got a beautiful shirt on. I came up with a new design. I just got to make it now.
So now I bought one, and now you've changed it.
No, I'm gonna make additional one.
Hey there, Mr. Larry.
Hello.
Once I come on, everybody's going to come on now.
Good. We're gonna have a house full. That's awesome.
How y'all doing this evening?
Larry, have you ever had your brood dry out, like the larva and stuff, inside a colony?
I've never really had it that close. I just have never. I've seen some laying on the ground this week where they drug it out and throwed it out in front of the hive, but I didn't dig into it. I'm so busy trying to stack on supers till it's just from can to cane. There's not enough time to fully evaluate a colony.
I only found that because I went out there to grab a frame of one frame to put into a 2-framer, and it looked. I mean, it looked rough.
Yeah, I just figured they might have got into something that I've seen some cells that were not capped. You know, sometimes they won't cap them correctly, or they were uncapping. I'm not sure exactly what they were doing. In my haste of trying to go through it, I really just didn't have enough time to do a full evaluation on it.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm like you. I've noticed a couple of being drug out last year, but I didn't go in and really see what was going on.
Right. Yeah, Bob's a step ahead of us on that. So
well, that was just because I didn't even check any of my colonies today because the heat, and I had company come over, filmed a couple videos, and then it was I went out there to redo that 2-frame nuke, and when I pulled a frame that had brood on it, it didn't look good. I mean, it's pretty much looked like they the larva ate all the food they gave them, and that was it. There was lots of bees on the frame. They just didn't look like they were attending to them too good.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking you about the nurse bees. If you thought maybe, they may be stretched a little thin and just not able to seed all the brood that's on the comb.
Well, I took that frame out and I put it in a 2-frame that had a few bees in it. Most of the bees, that I took were on that one frame, right before dark. And
Are you doing any shaker frames when you do that? Because typically, when I make a nuke, I'll do a shaker frame just to give them some extra bee power.
I haven't been on the two framers. I'm thinking about doing that, but then when I saw how light that looked, I was like, maybe if I start shaking out of these other colonies, it's going to diminish the ones that I have that are doing good. So I didn't want to sacrifice a better colony for a two frame hope to get a queen. You
But
know,
if you shake any in there, I mean, your foragers are going to fly back to the original hive unless you shake them in a box to separate them before you put them in.
yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take a pro nuke and shake a bunch of bees in there, like I would if I was doing a sugar shake or a Varroa check. Just shake them in the box and then take a scooper and just scoop bees and extra bees and put them into the colonies once the foragers have flown off.
And that's why I want to come on tonight and talk to y'all just a minute, because I want to, find out a few things. Like I say, I've been in a long time, but we've always shied away from nukes. After April, we start shutting things down because of what the hive beetle does to us in Mississippi. We just lose a lot of bees. And so my question is, I want to do, as soon as we get through with honey production, I want to split some of these colonies down now that I know about the pepper brick, because I feel pretty confident that based on your findings that I'm going to be okay with peppermint. But I don't know, do you think it's better to split out and let them make their own queen, or do you rob the queen and do kind of a deal where you take the queen and you come back 4 or 5 days later and just take the frames that have queen cells started on it? What's your take on that?
Well, what I typically do is I leave my queen in the donor colony, as I usually leave her in her own environment, and do a walk away or add a mated queen is what I've been doing. But there's people that'll tell you, well, they take the queen out and let them generate a bunch of cells, then they split the cells out. So I guess both ways are, I guess, acceptable. It just depends on your return rate on queens at that point. You can always merge the bees back together if you need to.
That's what I was going to say. If you have the option, I would try to find a mated queen. If not, I've done them both ways. I've done a walk away and let them make their own queen, and I've had good success. And then I've had them to where I accidentally moved the queen into the new hive, and the old hive made a new one and come back.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can graft, I can make queens, but I'm just trying to do something that's going to give them a better brood break for the Varroa. I'm trying to combat that as well. That's more.
Well, I took actually my smaller colonies that I know aren't going to produce honey for me this year. I went ahead and put some Apivar strips in them. It's not hurting them, and try to knock them down. And I overwintered 3 nukes last year, and all those nukes came out of winter really well down here. So, and they're producing honey this year. So they did really, really well, moving them from a 5 frame to a 10 frame box in the spring and letting them grow. Right. But if you let them make queens, that is a nice little brood break. You could actually do the splits, and then if you're splitting them into 5 frame nukes, then you could just treat the nukes before there's any brood in there for Varroa, and knock them down really well, because those Varroa aren't going to be able to go into a comb and reproduce.
Do you treat, Mr. Larry?
I treat once a year with Apivar strips.
Okay.
I want to get away from that, but I don't know. I don't want to be beeless. So
right.
Yeah. See, like whenever I pull honey this year, I mean, as soon as I pull my supers off, I'm going to start with oxalic acid vapor on them, and I'll do it every 5 days, 5 treatments.
Okay, now how do you do that? Is that like a dribble, or is that like a paste, or? What exactly is that?
You use you drill a 1/4 inch hole in the I use my bottom hole,
Vaporizer.
Okay.
or in the back of your box, and then it's got a cap on it that you put oxalic acid in it, the crystals,
Okay.
and you clip that cap on it and you flip it over, and it fogs it into the colony.
Okay. Lee, where did you get that particular machine? That looks like something. Is that one that works off electricity or?
Yes, sir. It's electricity.
Okay.
That's the Larabi's vaporizer.
Okay.
So if you got to go to an out yard though, you could always you could buy a power inverter like from a truck stop and put
That's
it
what I
in
use.
your vehicle, and then plug it in and run an extension cord from your vehicle.
Yeah, I got a 750 watt inverter, and then I got a 100-foot extension cord. That way, some of my yards I can't get real close with the truck, so I'll run a 100-foot cord out, but it only takes about 75.
Mine are close enough to the house that I can actually just put 100-foot of cord on it, and I'm right at my colonies. And what I typically do is after the honey harvest, I'll do the once a week for 3 weeks that they recommend. But all through the winter, I hit them once a month.
Yep.
Typically, I'll hit them once a month, either right before dark or right before it's about to rain. And that way, they're all in the colony. And when I hit them, so at least most of them are in the colony.
Okay.
To give me a better chance.
I'll circle back with you on that because that's something that I probably want to switch up because I've been using Apivar for like 3 years now. I need to change. I need a different setup, but I want to do a light treatment as chemical free as I can be.
Right.
So anyway, listen, I've got to drop off of here. I got some issues going on with mom, but I did want to come on and ask you those questions, and I appreciate what y'all are trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. And you can look at that vaporizer on lorabis.com. LOROBEES.com.
Okay, good deal. I'll check it out. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
thank
good
you.
evening.
Yep. Well, there he is again, Philip.
Still here.
Wearing his awesome shirt. I like the
a shameless plug again.
That's it. I like I like shirts. The idea that I have is off of a series, I'll say. So
Okay.
So when I do that one, if you're a TV buff or a series buff, you'll like it. I like it. I like the show.
CSI, by any chance? No.
No, close though. It has to do with
that was just a pure guess.
It has to do with the with chemistry. I just don't want anybody to rob my idea before I can make it and put it on.
I know the idea.
On a shirt. Yeah, I told you because I'm going to have you help me do the art for it.
I got Photoshop.
So it should be a good one.
How'd the cutout go? You got them home? Adam Hart said he got a cutout today.
That's like Gardner Apiaries out of Georgia paid $25 for mated queens. That's what I paid for the ones out of California too. But looking back at my decision, I would have done it differently. I wouldn't have taken those queens and put them in the 2 framers. So now I've got to come up with another game plan.
Yeah, did you get that cutout today? Did it come home with you?
And hopefully that lady with my cutout, I'm waiting to hear back from. So I messaged Randy today. Did I tell you?
Mm-mm.
So I messaged Dirt Rooster. One of my friends on the Book of Faces sent me a TikTok, and the TikTok was Randy doing a cutout underneath a like a seating bench in a like a bay window, and the bees were underneath the bench. And one of my friends just sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, I know that guy." She's like, "Oh, that's cool." And so I told him, I said, "Man, you're famous. I got people sending me clips of you from TikTok." And that video is his first TikTok. He's got 5.2 million views on TikTok on his first one. And so he said, "Yeah, it's my first one. I don't know how it's going to go over there or whatever." And then he said that Texas Bee Works has like 10 million followers. I said, "Well, Randy, if you wore a bikini when you did captures too, then you would have 10 million followers as well." And
Yeah.
and his response was, "Oh yeah, I bet, but my balls would be hanging out both sides of the bikini." So
Dirters just could wear a pair of yoga pants. He'd be in
yoga pants. So yeah, I mean, Brady's a good guy. I mean, I haven't met. Gosh, I wish haven't really met any bad people in this industry, or beekeepers. Many. Yeah,
Well,
not many.
refer that to that.
There's always the exception.
There's the unmentionable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, William.
Well, that's what we do. We're visual artists. That's, you come for the content, stay for the personality. That's it.
Is Billy not coming in tonight?
Who?
He calls Dry Cut Billy.
Oh.
Hi, Bob. Bye, Bob. That's funny. Houston, are you sure? Come on, guys. Join in. Click the damn link already. Let's go. Let's get this show rolling. We got to have people to talk to. Yeah, that whole Texas Bee Works. First of all, every video I've seen of theirs is overdubbed sound, right? It's just film that they then recorded sound afterwards and talked over top of it.
Yeah, the voiceovers.
Mm-hmm. So you don't know if it's actually what's going on, right? Stage beekeeping, is that fake stings? No, mine are for real. I got stung a little while ago when I was out at the colony right here on my forearm. One assassin bee, suicide bee. Oh yeah, I forgot he's back home. His internet is not the best. Well, you guys see my internet when I'm trying to go live. It looks like crap most of the time. So,
well, before I got my fiber optic internet in here a while back, I had regular Cox cable internet. My phone was faster than the cable internet.
Well, that's how I ended up finishing the live today. I turned my Wi-Fi off and just went to 4G.
That's why I got rid of the cable and I got fiber optic straight to the house.
Snap.
Let me see. I think I got stung in the head and didn't notice. Well, you must not have the same bees I got because they make sure they know that you got hit. I had one fly into my shirt today and just like chest bump me and bounce off.
Keep the heart going, Bob.
Yep, just give me that little compressions. Man, this is crazy. I can't believe people ain't come on. Did y'all watch Jason open up the Carousel feeder today on Bohemia Apiaries? I know Cajun did. He was over there.
The Queen Grafton?
Yeah, the Carousel, the kit that I sent him. The stuff that
you said the Carousel feeder.
Oh, did I? It's Carousel Queen Grafted kit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I watched that.
Look who we got.
Hey, Mr. Rick. How you doing
Hey
tonight?
guys, how you been, man?
Oh, pretty
Hey,
good.
Rick.
We're
going on?
chilling. We're chilling. Better than the bees are. The bees are not chilling. They're heating up.
I was about to click on DC's comment and bring it up until I seen the end of it.
What was it? Oh, oh, I don't watch her to learn beekeeping. She has a nice butt. That's the whole premise of their video.
That's how you get views.
That's why she's got the subs she's got. It has nothing to do with beekeeping.
I plead the fifth.
Well, when you sat there and waste 10 minutes watching her take 3 little pieces of cone from underneath the fire pit, and it's not even like her talking to it. It's over. It's nice. Yeah, it is. Well, James, who are you talking about? You talking about Texas Bee Works, or are you talking about the temperature outside?
Or was he talking about the comment you made with Randy a while ago?
Or no, I don't think he's talking about Randy.
Randy in a bikini.
Yeah, the yoga pants. That person needs to get a Nobel Peace Prize. They've done a lot for this planet. They just need to go ahead and award that person. And I tell you what, the first time that I discovered yoga pants was the first time I went up to Michigan State University before I was getting hired, and like it was.
Why sent this channel down the wrong way?
It was cold outside, and all the young ladies were wearing yoga pants and Uggs boots and like a sweater. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm moving to Michigan and gonna work here. That was, I think it was like a football recruiting thing. Like I went there and they had them all. Today is yoga pants day, and everybody was wearing yoga pants.
Even you?
Even me. Even me.
Yeah, I seen.
I went out and bought my first pair.
That's pretty much
damn
what I
yoga
do all the
pants.
time.
The damn yoga pants. Hey, if you guys haven't seen Galloway Lights' videos, that dude does great parody videos.
Oh, definitely.
Did you see the one where he was mimicking Hillbilly Earl, but he had on an Uncle Sam costume with the top hat and the long white beard?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, you guys need to check that out.
I like the one where he had the money in the hive and it had the shape of the money cut out. And then the bee started repairing it. And you could see perfect rectangle where the new comb was going in.
Hey, Joshua, if you know the link, if you can find his channel and link it in the comments, we'd appreciate it, because I have not been able to find Rick's channel at all on YouTube.
I've tried.
It's Rick Morse, M-O-R-S-E. Like
Rick.
Morse code.
M-O-R-S-E.
Yep. That Samuel Morse was my relative.
But I see a Rick Morse, but that's not you. There's one with a lady holding a trophy, and then there's another that's just a headshot.
Mine's just, I'm sitting in a J3 Cub airplane.
Rick Morse tandem skydive.
I see you. Type in Rick Morris bees, and then it should be the second one. He's sitting in an airplane cab. I'm going to drop a link to your channel in the comments here.
That's that new channel I made. I don't think I have any videos on that yet.
No. I see one that says checking out my bees. 19 views 5 days ago.
Yeah, that's the only one I've made so far. I need to go out there and open that nucleus up.
All right, so I'm giving you a sub right now. You just doubled up right now.
It doesn't make any big difference to me. I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is.
The thing is, we might find something that you do that's interesting and that you do differently from us.
Oh, with
They
bees?
could help us with bees, yeah. So that's the thing. It's not about necessarily pumping your subs up. It's more about people knowing that your channel's there and being able to access your content.
Well, if they want to ask me any questions, I'll give them my advice, but I don't know it all. I'm the first
Nobody
year.
does. Nobody does.
I'll say none of us do. We all learn from each other.
Man,
I
you're
bought a lot
getting
of books, been doing a lot of reading, been doing a lot of studying off of, like you guys and other like Cayman Reynolds, and there's a guy over in Ohio, Jason Chrisman or something like that.
JC's
JC's
Bees.
These bees.
Yeah, JCB's.
Yep,
And
Jason
I watched a
Christmas.
lot of his video. I like the one he has about making the queen cells and all that. I like that video. It's a 3-part thing, but it's good video. He's got good videos. Good,
Yeah.
a lot
He
of
does.
knowledge.
He's lucky right now because his YouTube channel got hijacked here a while back and he lost everything. And it took a while, but YouTube finally got it fixed for him.
Yep, yep.
Just to let you know, Mr. Rick, you just went from 1 sub, you're up to 9 now.
Oh boy,
So we
Look
need
at
to see videos from you.
what's
Yep.
the sub?
A subscriber. Someone
Oh,
that
okay.
when your videos come out, they'll see them.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a video probably tomorrow. I mean, because I want to go out and get into that. Well, I got an 8-frame hive that's just loaded, so I'm going to take and split that up here within the next month. Within the next week, I'm going to split it up.
I saw who was it said they made 7 splits today. Houston said he made 7 splits, so everybody's been growing right now, so that's good. Except for me, evidently mine that I. Guys, hopefully it's not epic fail for me this year, but if it is, you guys will be right there with me. You know, it's
I've already learned from you, Bob.
Yep. Well, now you'll learn what not to do if I fail.
Well, I
So-
learned what not to do with the swarm.
Open plan doesn't work though.
Open plan.
When you bring your swarm home, you need to
No.
close them up for a couple of
You
days.
need to
and
give them a
then
couple of
open them up.
bedrooms. Open plan doesn't work.
A couple bedrooms. No. I think my monster highs need splitting again.
Hey, Phil,
Well-
I'm going to drop a link to your channel in the comments here also.
You know, I'm just hoping that with my splits that they can gain enough strength and keep the queen alive, you know, over the summer period. And I'm going to put the feed to them. Hell, I might go out tonight and put feed on them. I don't know. And roll the dice, right? That's what we got to do.
Well, let me ask you a question. What would keep you from putting a frame or 2 of full brood, not hatched yet, in that hive to boost it?
Well, what I'm doing at that point, at this point, you're really, to answer your question, nothing stops me from doing it. Other than the fact that with my honey production colonies, I don't really want their numbers to go down right now.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, nothing. I could go out and take brood and start splitting it. But if the brood is drying out in the colonies they're in, then it's like, am I just wasting my time and weakening the colony that's out there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking maybe, to raise the numbers so that they don't get cold if you think it's going to get cold there.
No, not cold. It's hot. It's so hot that they can't keep enough nutrition on the bees and keep them moistened, keep them wet so they're drying out, and then they're pulling them out. So they're spending time pulling brood out that they can't maintain.
Oh. Huh.
And
Someone
basically
said
they're
something-
dehydrating.
When I was listening last night, someone mentioned putting nickels under the top cover or the top or something to increase ventilation, to let some of the heat out.
Yep. Some people can do that. Depending where you're at. I don't recommend it here at this time of the year because the hive beetles will just land on the colony and walk up and walk in through the top.
Yeah.
But, you know, different areas are different, right? You know, maybe Phil could get away with it because he doesn't have hive beetle issues over there.
He don't have to worry about the heat over there either, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about the heat either. So, you're muted.
You're muted.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about heat. Definitely not.
Well,
You got all flow hives?
I have 2 flow hives. Yeah.
You got like plenty of bees in there?
I'm in a bit of limbo at the minute, to be honest. I have one. One looks pretty good, has requeened itself.
I didn't think about that. That might be a good idea too.
Wall-to-wall brood. Last time I looked was last weekend, so I'm going to break into him tomorrow. Second one, there was no brood, no eggs, no nothing. Hoping to see something tomorrow. If there isn't, it's going to be, what do I do next?
Well, depending how many bees are in there, you could always, you could always take a frame of eggs off of the strong colony, and put it over, let them make a queen.
My biggest problem is I'm not sure if I have enough worker bees to look after them. That's the last. Whenever I looked into them last week, I see a lot of drone.
You might have a drone layer in there.
Well, there was no brood of any kind at all. So.
Oh, really?
So worker brood is bound to be dwindling.
And how strong is your other colony? The one that has.
It was my split.
And it's got a queen.
Whenever I looked last Saturday, it had 5-6 frames of wall-to-wall brood. So it is pretty strong.
You could literally, if you have a way to block that entrance off, you could literally take 2-3 frames out of your stronger colony and put it in your other colony, just like
my only issue with that is that's just going to dwindle down. I was hoping to get some kind of honey this year, even though it's my first year. I'm kind of wondering, do I persevere and try and keep the 2 hives, or do I cut my losses and just keep one?
If you get the one, you can wait till after the honey flow and then make a split and bring yourself back to 2 after the season.
Yeah.
Toby, it's Don Queen cells, is it directly in the center or is it off to one of the sides, center height wise? Because if it's in the direct center of the frame, it could be a supersedure cell. If it's more out to the side of the frame, it could be a emergency cell. Then generally further down on your hive, it's going to be your swarm cell.
While we got 42 people on here, don't forget to go to Tuesday Night Live video, comment to get entered to win the prize pack from Blythewood Bee Company on this Tuesday. It's the last prize pack we're giving away before we start the new giveaway. So
that was the video we had on the 31st.
Hopefully I've done that.
Make sure you do it on both channels.
Yep,
I think I did.
Got to do it on both channels to get entered.
I think I did.
I'll probably do that, LaGrange. I'll probably go go to the dollar store and buy a big pack of sponges and wet them and put it in the bottom and let them just suck the moisture out of the bottom of the, out of the sponge. That'll probably be a good idea. I'm going to grab a drink, guys. I'll be right back. We'll let Lee talk now.
Uh-oh. Toby, if it was in the direct center, most likely that's a supersedure cell. If it was a 3-pound package, how many frames of bees are you up to now? Have they already laid up were they able to draw a comb out, lay eggs, and then have one brood hatch and come out? If you ain't had a brood hatch yet, I don't know if I would split them. But if you've had at least one brood hatch, I mean, if they drew the comb out good enough, you should have enough bees to make a small split. Yeah, Larry's saying likely superseding too.
All right.
Do you have a flow hive, Rick?
That one hadn't had a hole in my bill yet.
Hey, if you want to send me a flow hive, I've got that video from today has my mailing address on it. Yeah, so if you want to just mail me something, you can do that.
You want a frame?
And I'll
I'll mail you a frame.
The flow frame, one frame.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to try it out, I'll mail it to you.
Do your bees go up into the hive, the flow frames?
I know they do in the flow frames that I have wire excluders on.
Not the plastic ones.
I don't know. That's the one I'm going to take apart tomorrow. Because that one is an 8-frame hive. I didn't have, well, the flow frames don't fit right in a normal hive. So I had to modify this hive to make it work. And when I did it last year, the other bees in the other hive found a way in, and they went in and killed the queen, and I lost that hive. So I've learned from my mistake, and so I got it fixed right. And so now they're going up in there, but there's not as many bees up in there because it has that plastic queen excluder.
Yeah, I have that too.
And I was going to order more. I think I need 3 more, but they're like $28 a piece. I like the ones that are wire with the wood surrounding, the wood thing around it.
I think I'm gonna try the metal ones next year. All the queen excluders I have right now are plastic, and they just didn't seem to want to go through it.
Yeah, mine don't seem to want to go through it.
I had one hive last year that they would actually go through, and that's the one that I had my comb honey on. But all the other ones, they didn't want it.
But I'm not sure if my hive is strong enough either at the minute to. I've heard they have to be literally bursting at the seams to push them up through.
Yeah.
Patio misting system.
It would just seem to me, I mean, this is a person, I used to work with mechanics. I've got a degree in electronics and all that crap. But to try to get through the plastic excluder would seem rougher than going through the metal excluder if I was a bee.
Yeah. Plastic
Because
is a little bit sharper edges
Sharp
on it.
edges, yeah.
right there. Yep, right there. That's it, Lee. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But
I think I'm going to order some of the metal ones and try it next year.
It seems like the metal ones they're up in the supers, and the plastic ones they're up, but not as many. And it's even a higher numbered hive, being that it's 8-frame, not a 10-frame. So there's less space for the bees. So there's more bees in there because there's less space. I don't know. Anyway, I just don't like this plastic.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me with. I never used excluders till this year. I had some, but I just never used them. And I did a demoray, the first demoray colony I did, and I finally was like, you know what? There's no chance of these guys swarming, right? Because all the queen cells are gone. So I went in and took the excluder out. I did an inspection day before yesterday, or maybe yesterday, and they pretty much locked the bottom down with pollen and nectar, and she's moved up to the box over top of it now. She's not even in the bottom, so the brood is now in the middle chamber. So I don't know. So
just swap that bottom or the middle with the bottom, put her back on the bottom.
Well, that's what I thought to do. And then, we had Mr. Ed on here, and Mr. Ed said he stopped doing box reversals like that. He said because in nature they don't box reverse, right? They just
move up and down as they need to. Yeah.
I haven't ever had the option to do the box reversals because everything I run is single brood management.
See, I've heard there's success with that though, single brood management.
I've had a good time with them. It's less work on my back too, picking up multiple.
You need to check them every 7 days.
Yeah. I still got to keep a check on them more often than a double box. But right now, I have every weekend off. Now, earlier this year, I was on turnaround, and my bees did swarm on me.
I think it was Bob Benny. I think it's his name. Who does those lot of bees down in like
Georgia.
Alabama or Louisiana or something like that.
He's in Georgia.
Yeah, Bob Bennett's
Yeah.
Georgia.
I thought it was somewhere south, but he was doing the single brood chamber, and he was getting a lot of propolis, a lot of honey.
Now, as far as the propolis, I wanted to get some Caucasians and make one of my yards just straight Caucasian for the propolis production.
See, I don't have any problem with propolis here. With pine trees, they'll take that sap and make propolis, no problem. They'll glue everything down. I can't even set a box on an inner cover or a lid without it sticking to it.
Mm.
And, I don't have that problem.
That's good stuff.
I went to the singles this year, and the ones that are producing. The ones that aren't. So it kind of has to do with the still with the bees, right? The power of the bee, what they're going to do. What I try to do is, like, at the end of the season, I try to give them a double, and then in the spring reduce them back to a single. And then that's kind of what I did this year. Let me see. If you can get those queens through the flow, you will start donating brood. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I can start taking some brood off these other colonies if I can keep them going.
Is anybody else here pretty much going to pull all their honey off the hives at the end of the flow and then put sugar water back on them, or how y'all going to work that?
That's what I'm going to do.
I'm probably going to leave them until next year, just because they haven't built up enough to make it over the winter.
Yeah, I'm hoping to pull pretty much all my honey off, put new frames back on them with 1-to-1, and let them draw my new frame out, and then just fill that with sugar water for the dearth, and then let them go through the dearth, and then replace my empty frames back on the box in the fall, because I think we're going to have a good goldenrod flow this year.
Well, that would work. I mean, as long as you can keep the moths and beetles and stuff out of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing I like about the single brood management. Instead of them being in 2 deep boxes and the population dwindling and they got too much room in there, they get overtaken by stuff. With a single brood box, they only got 1 box to have to protect.
Yeah, that's what Drycut said. Yes, I'm taking everything that's runny. Sugar is cheaper than honey.
Yep. That's what I'm looking at. I got 6 bags sitting on my living room floor up against the wall right now, and about to go buy more this weekend.
I've only got 2 left.
I figure 1 25-pound bag, that's going to feed several hives right there. I mean, if you figure 1-to-1, that's quite a bit of feed. But still, I'd rather stock up on it. Rather have too much than not enough.
You use sugar in your coffee?
I use honey in my coffee.
Yeah, I don't have that much honey. That's the reason why I'm going to leave it, just so I can have more next year.
Well, that's what I did, kind of.
Except for the flow frames, I'll take them off and exclude them out or whatever. Take those off. Take that honey, because I've left honey supers on top of the brood chambers, but that's without the queen excluder. Kind of like leaving that for them, but they may end up using all that space with brood. I don't know. Got to tear back into them, I suppose. Find out how big they're getting.
I let it stay on there through the winter, and then pulled it off like January. Yeah, that's what I do too with the sugar. I try to buy it when I'm there. I might buy a couple 100 pounds. $13 for 25-pound bag.
I think it's still 11 and some change here for a 25. Houston, I must have missed something here. What was you talking about on this comment? It goes faster than you think.
The sugar?
That's the only thing I can guess. Randy says $12.50 for a 25.
The yeah, I got a bunch. I get more random stuff. I'm trying. This guy keeps posting that he's got nukes for sale. I'm like, how many do you have? And nothing. I see nothing.
Yeah, Three Boys B saying about 50 cents a pound. I guess
we're
average.
Yeah, we're paying a little bit better than that now, like 56 here. 56, I think, was the last time I saw it. But I still have 50 pounds in the kitchen, and I got most of a 5-gallon pail outside that I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar with the mother in it to keep it from fermenting. And let me see. Sugar syrup is better for bees over winter than honey. Feed them starting in August for winter buildup. Yeah, I've started putting some on my smaller colonies. What are you doing, Phil? Watching TV with your camera? Watching us on TV?
You got it on the big screen.
Look at that. We're famous. We're on TV.
Yeah, there's some ugly people on that screen.
And
As the sugar done went up here, it's showing $13.12 a bag now.
I always get mine from Walmart. I don't know what it's showing over here now. Let me see. It's a good thing about being right here at the computer.
It was $11 and some change a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's 53.6 cents a pound. $13.40 for a 25-pound bag.
52.5 cents per here.
So
yeah, I might be back later on, guys. I'll see you later.
All right, man.
Have a good one, Mr. Ricky.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll take as much as you give them, right? I try not, this time of year with the flow, I'm trying not to feed my big colonies, but yet still feed my little colonies to keep them going, because they don't have the foragers that the big ones do. So even if you open feed, they don't, the percentage of the feed is going to the bigger colonies.
Yeah, like I said, after the flow, I'm going to put the sugar water on them. But whenever fall comes, if I see the goldenrod is blooming heavy, I'm going to take those supers off that have sugar water in them, put empty supers on, let them fill that with goldenrod nectar for me.
Right.
Once the flow is over, I'll take those back off and then put the sugar water ones back on them. Speaking of that, give me just a minute. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill that bottle of honey. That way, show you all the difference between my last year's honey and the early.
You mean I got to talk to Phil for like 2 minutes?
Maybe 3.
Phil, we're just giving you a good time. Lee's going. Look, he turned his camera off to go fill a honey bottle. Jeez, we can't look at the back room. But yeah, so the
too many gadgets.
He's got way too many gadgets. He would have took his like wireless mic along with him and his like mobile camera and been like, "Look, guys, I'm filling up a." Goldenrod's good to eat, but
my bank balance doesn't love them as much as Lee's does.
Yeah, I can't. I'm to the point that I'm gonna have to start cutting the amount of live streams I do to be able to go and do some work to make some extra money.
Don't tell us that.
I'll take you along on the Uber trip if you want to go live on Uber. So, hey, but you know what? I got my disability, that $152 a month. That's gonna
that'll keep you going for a day and a half.
Yeah, I know. It's nothing. Goldenrod honey is good to eat. It's just stronger. It's a stronger taste, kind of like a buckwheat honey, and darker in color. Let me see. I got some stuff. We'll wait for Lee to come back. We're not going to leave you alone, Phil, so you can
Did you check out my video on the Queen's 7th Platinum Jubilee?
Yes, I did. I did watch it.
pretty cool.
Watching the helicopters come in.
We're very, very proud.
The
Anybody who didn't watch it, please have a look.
let me see.
She is a very remarkable woman.
The Queen. So, not to get too much into politics.
No, it's
So-
nothing to do with politics. No.
No, but like Northern Ireland wants to be a part of the UK.
No,
and,
we are and have been a part of the UK for the last 100 years.
And well, so the Southern Northern distinction is more about religion, or is it more about being part of the getting away from UK or staying with the UK type
Well,
of deal?
obviously, as you say, we don't want to get into politics, but
It's
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to go down that road.
I got you. I'll do my own research. How about that?
Most of us in the north, 50% of us in the north want to stay in the UK, and around 50% don't want to stay in the UK. Want to have a united Ireland,
I got you.
which
I
is a bit
gotcha.
of a contentious issue, but that's not for here.
I got you. The so you're gonna
but-
do. No, so go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say that for my part, I'm very much a unionist and want to stay part of the UK and want to celebrate Her Majesty's 70th year as the Queen, which is nobody will ever see again.
Oh, that's true. There he is. He's back. All right, so show us this magic honey.
I ain't gonna say magic, but that was last year. Yeah,
Yep.
let me see. Yep, wrong button.
He's bringing up the lights, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I got too many buttons on here.
You got too many.
Well, I can challenge Lee on his lights, definitely.
Yeah, definitely different colors.
Yeah, this one's a lot lighter. It'll be a lot sweeter too.
Rick was gone for like 2 minutes, and he's back. Well, that was quick.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom. Hey, since I have you on my phone, I want to go out here and check this hive here quick. This one, I think
You still got daylight.
someone asked me who made this ice cream hive thing here, and it has a name on it.
Ice cream hive.
That one I bought off of Amazon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that
Trying to find out where I thought I seen a. Oh yeah, Daydant.
Daydant made that one?
It says Longstraw,
Longstraw
and
hive.
then it says Daydant 10, which is a 10 frame hive. But yeah, I guess it's who made it was Daydant.
I thought that was like a thermo hive.
It is.
Is that the like $169?
That one was like 260. But here's one. There's a flow hive.
How many?
You see it?
How many? Yeah, I saw the flow hive. How many colonies do you have out there?
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 right now. I think I may split them though and see if I can come up with 6. But I don't know. Going into winter, I would like to increase the numbers to ensure that their winter survival actually happens.
Now, did your hive come with frames or no?
No, I've got plenty of frames to build. I've already built them. Glued them and built them and all that kind of stuff.
So I've got a link to that poly hive on Amazon if you're interested. I'll post that up for the viewers. It's on sale. Thermo beehive, plastic insulated hive set.
Now, last year, Joshua, we had too much rain and it knocked the goldenrod down before it could even bloom out. But this year, we've been having a little bit drier year, and we've got stalks of goldenrod already starting to sprout. And they're a long way from flowering, but they are sprouting everywhere.
Let me see. You know, that guy never did answer back. He posted that stuff up there and never answered my comment on his video. So I guess he doesn't really want to sell those colonies. I'd go pick them up tomorrow.
It was a guy from Minnesota.
What?
Phil? Is his name Phil?
33 Mile Bees? Phil?
Maybe.
Or Mike that was on here.
Maybe it's Mike. Maybe that's who it was. I think he asked, who made it. And I didn't know, but I guess it's Daydant.
You can ask him. He always comes in the last 5 minutes of the show.
We got the rain coming down hard outside right now.
Greg, Bohemia Apiary shared my mail call video in Nature Image Farms Facebook. So,
I think Phil would like to have some of this weather I'm having.
Well, it's only 38 degrees C here today. Phil?
Yeah, we had 15.
You know what the best part about being a full-time, stay-at-home beekeeper is?
Make your own schedule.
I can just walk out, and if I want a cold beer, I just go to the refrigerator and get one.
Drink while you're at work. Huh?
You gotta try to make barbecue sauce with this fall, honey. That'd be good.
So you're a functioning alcoholic.
No, I don't drink that
I'm
much.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not calling you an alcoholic.
Hey, 38 C is 101 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's pretty warm up there in Minnesota.
Oh, I'm in South Carolina.
I know, but he's in Minnesota. That Mike guy, he's in.
Yeah, Mike is not having that warm. I think he's probably in the 70s, maybe low 80s up there.
We had our record temperature last year, which was 32, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I could live there.
That's in the last 100 years.
That's like 80 degrees, right?
89.6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's freaking on fire. In Ireland, that's got to be hot, dude.
Oh, it was unbearable, to be honest.
But right at the end of winter, Brian from Castle High was talking about all the snow and everything up there. I said, yeah, we had a cool front come down through here today, too. I said, I think we hit 78.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, we had a cold snap, 100 degrees today. We hit 115 for 3 days last summer, records for the Northwest.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
when
don't
it
remember
gets
what our high was here last year.
But we're gonna
generally here if it hits 70, it's a good day, and that's a real good day here. 70 degrees.
Yeah, that if it was 70 degrees every day, I'd be perfect. That'd be fine for me.
No, it's not 70 degrees. That's like one day.
You guys over in Ireland, you must have some big mosquitoes.
None.
No mosquitoes?
Nope.
Really? Okay, good.
We have no poisonous insects. We have no poisonous snakes. We have no poisonous animals. We have nothing.
Well, yeah, it beats the heck out of Florida.
Well,
Florida, you got to worry about the pythons and the
alligators,
iguanas.
Nope. Nothing.
Fire ants. Yeah, man.
We are the benign country in the world. Nothing.
That's awesome. We got it all here. Lee's got everything there too.
Yeah, we got everything plus some.
Did you hear about these people going out and killing these wolves now?
Mm-mm.
They're killing wolves because they reintroduced wolves. And that's why they're having to kill them. Because they're doing what the forefathers had done back years ago, is get rid of the wolves, because the wolves are going to eat all the sheep and all the cow and everything else.
Been watching snakes on bee videos.
No wolves either.
Well, I don't know. I kind of, and this goes back to the beekeeping a little bit, is that I believe nature plays its own course if we leave it alone. And the thing is that we've as the human species have kind of, you know, the reason they're killing wolves is because they got sheep in wolves' territory. You know, the wolves were there first before we brought sheep there. So it's kind of like, you know, so now we're going to kill the wolves because we brought sheep in. So,
Well, I guess there's also a big problem with mountain lions are killing a lot of the animals, because these people think they're farmers and go out and buy sheep, and then they end up losing all of them to the wildlife. You know,
they can just move to Ireland and have a sheep farm in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think they have a bunch of sheep farms over there?
Yeah,
We have lots of sheep.
Falling iguana. I lived in Florida. That's funny. When it gets certain temperature, those iguanas will just fall out of the tree.
No lizards either.
No lizards either. We got lizards here. Dragonflies.
Is that a new name that I've seen in there?
We do have dragonflies. Now, must admit, we do have dragonflies.
I haven't
Didn't
seen
we not
Donnie
have
in there.
varroa?
Yeah, and we got a new.
We have varroa, yes, we do.
We didn't have varroa for a long time, and then someone introduced them.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from, but
Yeah,
I haven't
we do have varroa.
Yeah, Jason.
I had to run a 6-foot rat snake day before yesterday morning, staying on my lawn. Big fella. Yep.
Well, I used to breed snakes.
Those are good snakes. You don't want to kill it. Just keep that snake around.
All right. Manufacturer Ba Chin Thermo Hives, made in China.
Is that what that one I got?
Yep.
Okay, so it's not made by Data Ant.
Data Ant might sell them. I don't
Maybe.
know. I haven't looked at Data Ant's site in a while.
I'll say they may have them manufactured somewhere.
Maybe.
But they're probably pretty good. I mean, basically, it's a knockoff off of Apamay, which is probably also, I don't know where Apamay is made, but I would assume it came from China at some point.
It's well insulated, I'll say that. And it's, you know, you can tell there's some material there. You can tell when you pick it up, they're heavy. I was going to carry it all out as one unit.
Right.
And that didn't happen.
Yeah, by the time you got all the comb and everything in it, it's probably pretty heavy.
By the time you get the frames and the wax melted, and heavy. So I'd go half and half.
Let's see.
That's still too heavy. But
Am I the only one that gets random Facebook messages about, have you heard about this? And just send me your Cash App information. And nope, I'm good. Thanks. Let me see. Yeah, so that's the main thing. Hey, Jason, speaking of which, have you ever had brood dry out? Like brood just drying out in the frame? So I think I'm going to try that with the bucket and the sponge and put it in there and see if that helps out. It wouldn't hurt anything. They would have water right in the colony.
that's what raise the moisture in the colony. Just being in the colony.
Let's see. Bob, I fixed Facebook messages. I deleted my account.
That's a good fix.
Well, yeah, I use Facebook, though, Ed, to help sell honey. So it works good for that, too.
I thought about my old lady has it. Yeah, I don't do none of that, but I thought about getting her to just put one for my honey stuff.
Yeah, I've got a Walker Bee Ranch Facebook page as well. So I try to get people to come over for when they buy honey, try to send them there. So I post my honey there first, so they get first dibs on it before I go to the bigger community pages.
So you got 53 pounds this year, Lee?
I'm
was spring,
I'm pushing right at 60 now with the captain's drained off.
But he's only pulled 2 supers so far.
Yeah, that's only 2 supers, and that was 16 frames.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So you figure about every 2 supers I'm pulling is a 5-gallon bucket full. And I've got somewhere between 30 and 35 supers right now.
That's enough to make a little bit of mead setback, you know.
I'm thinking about making a little bit this year just to try it. I really don't drink. I mean, I used to a long time ago, but I got a bottle of wine. Heck, I'm trying to think when I bought that. 2009, 2010. And it's a 1970 bottle, and it still ain't been opened.
Hmm.
I'm got messages.
I'll tell you a good wine if you don't like wine. But you guys might not have it down there. No, they're going to try next time.
There you go, James. Low, medium, and high. Blow cool air on you for hours while you're working in the yard.
Do you soak that in water or anything? You just got 2 fans on it.
No, it's battery operated. It's got fans in it. It blows cool air up against your face while you're working.
And then all your sweat can air condition you.
Pretty much. It makes a big difference.
There was like this thing we had.
Hey, come on. You're a crane operator. It keeps you cool while you're not working.
But
come on.
I got to go back to work to get a break.
You'd soak this thing in cold water and put it around your neck, and you'd be good all day.
Yeah, they used to give us those in the plant and everything to stay cool in the summer.
Yep.
And you can recharge it on your USB, right, from your computer.
Yeah. It's a USB-C plug.
So let me see. How long have we been going? Almost 2 hours.
1:42.
Only halfway.
No, this could be a short night tonight. I can tell that already. It's going to be a short night.
Hey, Randy, I'll get that link out of here for you in just a sec.
Yeah, he's going to drop the link to that fan. So, yep, Blythewood Bee Companies did step up, if you're just coming in, and give us 5 more giveaways. So we're going to get, after we give away this last prize pack, we're going to start giving away Saracell Top Hive feeders. So we got 5 of those.
You got to play that video clip you got. Give it away now.
Oh, I got banned. I got a copyright strike on that on my channel.
We got I think it was 2:13 in the morning. They sent an email.
I watched the replay and it was cut out.
Yeah, you got a copyright.
If you watch the replay on Lee's channel, it was cut out.
Yeah,
he went back and edited it. On mine, I didn't edit it in mine. It says it's blocked in some countries, so maybe.
Yeah. This is the fan right here. It's $29.99. But I mean, depending if you run in a low, medium, high. I mean, low, your battery's going to last longer, but I can work, I don't know, 5-6 hours with it on low and it never run down.
Well, drop your link.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a friend of mine that can play guitar like Steve Vai. This guy is unbelievable. he can play anything Steve Vai plays. And I'm wondering if he played a Steve Vai song and I played it on my video, would I get banned?
You'd get a copyright.
You
And
get
the
a
only reason-
strike if it's monetized. You're
Because
not allowed to make money off of it, basically.
Because he played it. Okay.
If you guys like the shirt that Phil's got on, pimp your shirt out one more time. I'm gonna
Oh,
drop
come
the
on.
link.
Gee whiz.
That's from my gear store. And there's the link.
Can I get one with the printing on the back says Beekeepers do it in the rain?
Do it in the rain.
Yeah.
Beekeepers do it in the rain.
Yeah. I want to add
The fingers are extra.
Fingers not included.
Nope.
I think DC's wanting to make a trade with you.
That's a special club.
He wants well, see, if I get to 2,000 subs, you could make this on your own. The gold bar of beeswax. The one I got outside is white. White. This is more yellow. Obviously, golden. Down to less than 1,300 more. No, I need how many subs do I need? I'll look right now for you guys. Let me see.
Bob don't know what the WBR is. He ain't down here.
It's Walker B Ranch, brother.
I was just gonna mess with because he's in Baton Rouge. WBR is West Baton Rouge.
We need 125 more subs on my channel. So once we hit 2,000, that's going to be the 2,000 giveaway. Why am I hearing feedback? The
Keep talking, and I'll go through and mute each one to test.
So at 2,000 subs, I'm giving away a licensed solar wax melter. So that'll be the giveaway that I provide, and I'll have it shipped directly from Better Bee to your location, assuming you're not in Northern Ireland or Canada.
He said you got to have wax to be able to put in that melter for to use it.
Yeah, you do have to have wax. You do have to scrape. Well, you could probably go through your colonies. Hey, Dennis, it's pretty much based on when they. It's always all my wax here has been white when they first make it, and then with them traveling over it, their dirty little feet tend to discolor the wax. But once you melt it, it usually comes back. Yeah, brand new. I'll have them ship me the brand new one and send you my old one. Certified pre-owned wax melter.
What did you say? Something about whenever the comb turns black, it doesn't melt down well or something?
No, the brood comb doesn't melt. It does melt down, but it still leaves a lot of cocoons behind because that's typically the brood comb.
Yeah, you'll have to filter it out. And as far as making the wax, when it's white, that's usually early spring wax.
Or capping wax.
Yeah. And like the further into the year you get, especially in the fall, say you got a goldenrod flow, your cappings are normally going to be yellow. So, I mean, it depends what their nectar source is, what color the wax can be also.
Your bees don't make white wax. I've seen some make like an orange color wax to begin with. I haven't had that here. It's white.
Mine did that. Mine did that before I even got them out of the box.
What, it made like yellow color wax on yours or something?
Yep. Yeah, made a little piece of a little bit of brood or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, little wax, little drop of wax.
And then if they store stuff in it, that can discolor it too, right? Like the pollen and whatnot. Hi, McKenna. Say hi, McKenna, and wave.
McKenna.
I'm waiting until Dirt Rooster shows up so I can jump on and knock Brad out. That's what he'll say. He probably won't be on tonight.
He just posted a video a little while ago.
Did he? I have to check it out. I try to check everybody's videos out when I get the notifications.
Yeah, he's saying as far as color whites is affected by the pollen also.
Sticky feet.
I'd say if it's kind of a tannish color, it might have a little bit of blackberry. Because blackberry pollen can have a little bit of grayish in it. With it mixing with white wax, that could turn it a little off color.
I get a lot of yellow and orange color wax. Her face was priceless. Nice. Awesome. All my kids are grown up. I wish I still had some little ones running around.
Mine will be 18 this month. My youngest one will be 18 this month.
My youngest will be here at the end of this month, hopefully.
Mine's moving back from Texas next month, and she's ready.
It was tannish from the get-go. I don't know. Maybe the nectar that they're using to draw it out.
Did you give them any sugar water, any 1-to-1 or 3/4 to 1, or they just drew it off of nectar?
But the man, let me see. It surprised me the color of the pollen. I now have a Tupperware full of frozen pollen. Make sure you're leaving them enough to feed the brood.
Yep. The pollen traps that I have, it has 2 little holes in the side of it, so some of the bees will find those open entrances, go back in with the pollen. But the ones that fly through the front, they lose their pollen into the basket.
I haven't even opened that big bag of pollen sub that I got. I haven't opened that yet.
I should have gave mine some this year. I gave them a little bit in the feeders, but not a whole lot. The rest of my bag, I got it in the deep freeze in my storage.
Of your pollen sub?
Yeah.
Why can't you mix a little bit in with your syrup?
Well,
it could stop the feeder up for one. Now, if you take just a little bit of syrup and mix in with your pollen patty, pollen tub, you can make patties.
That's the one thing. Oh my gosh, guys. That's the one thing I tried from David Burns's channel. Certified master beekeeper, David Burns. He said, mix it. You could mix it into your 1-to-1. And I did that. And man, it plugged up all of my Boardman feeders. Yeah, because it doesn't dissolve, right? So it's like a suspension where the powder is actually just floating around in there. And then
it settles
at the bottom and leaves like a slime, which blocks up the holes. And then the syrup can't come through.
Oh, wow.
So now I've got a bunch of lids for Boardman feeders that I have to take a needle or something and try to unplug the little hard pieces of pollen sub that's in it.
All right. Well, that's why I'm glad I asked that question.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Jason. Whenever you put a pollen trap on there, leave it on just for a little while and then take it off for a while. That way they bringing enough in for their brood.
At Bohemia Bees, sign her up for the sponsorship and you can go to Hive Life for free. He's already going to have a booth there. Bohemia's going to have a booth there. You can use pollen. You could use pollen in a candy board. But here shortly, well, not too shortly, in the next month or so, I'm going to start making sugar bricks and putting them in totes for the winter. So dry them out and recycle them. So I have just a tote full of bricks that I can just pull off and drop on colonies. Had to use it because they were bringing in so much for the queen to lay up. Yep.
Plug the brood nest up.
Yeah, I've got that too. And it's not plugged where she can't lay because the colony's big enough that she can go wherever, but I'm not too concerned about that colony. But Lee, what time you got to go to the farmer's market tomorrow?
I leave here about 7:15.
Do you have to?
I still got a bottle of some honey tonight, though. Some of the new light honey. I got plenty of my darker honey already bottled.
Look who comes in as we were thinking about signing off again. Here he comes.
That's what he said. Last 5 minutes, huh?
Another 3 hours of beekeeping chat right here.
What's up, Mr. Mike?
We could sign up. Technically, we could sign off, and Mike could run the show from here on out.
And I will be interviewing an Irishman and someplace in the Green Hollows or something like that. I'm sorry, guys. I just finished watching Top Gun, the new Top Gun. So
it's good.
Yeah. I was very pleasantly surprised.
I actually found it. I found a hacked version of it on, of all things, BeeTV. BeeTV.
No kidding.
If you got the Android device.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I've got the NVIDIA Shield, and I downloaded BeeTV, and they had it on there. And it was a pleasantly good copy. It wasn't like a terrible hack copy.
Yeah.
Because if that starts, then I just turn off. And I also watched the 3rd episode of Obi-Wan.
I guess I didn't. The Obi-Wan thing is kind of throwing me because he's so burnt out, and it's kind of a letdown when I think about Sir Laurence Olivier playing it. So, but it's still fun. So.
Yeah, at least they got the guy who played him in the first, the first 3 movies of the series, not the original first 3 movies, but the first 3 in the series, right?
I'm sorry, I am enjoying it there. Minnesota, well, we're warmer than Ireland, where Phil is right now. I think we're at 60 degrees right now.
He had 65 today.
Wow. Okay. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening here. In fact, I wish I could take my camera out and have a fire by the waterfall and back, and you guys would get a kick out of that. So
we had 101.
Say again?
We had 101.
And you went and bought those Carhartt pants I was talking to you about.
Yeah, I didn't wear those today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bob, honestly, I was really wondering about that with your heat.
Yeah, 101 degrees, and I went late because I always put, half pint feeder jars on my 2-frame nukes at night so they can get the feed at night, and by the morning it's empty, and don't keep down on the robin, right? So, however, I went to grab a frame of brood out of a nuke, and it looks like they're drying out. Like they're either don't have enough liquid in that colony, it's too hot. They're just like drying out. So
yeah, I think I caught part of that. That didn't sound all that good.
And LaGrange said, "Hey, I would just wet a sponge, like one of those small sponges.
Yeah,
put it in the colony where the bees can get some water right in the colony. That might be an idea."
That's not a bad idea. I got to confess, I've got 3 water fountains, a bird bath, and a waterfall in my backyard. So, and then a lake, like 50 yards that way. So I'm very blessed with that. But at 101 degrees, I don't know if how far do water bees go to forage? I actually don't have any idea about that.
I don't know. I've got that leaky garden hose, and they're all on that all the time.
Oh.
I just leave it charged, and
yeah, I've seen that happen before there.
Look who we got here now.
What's up there, Hillbilly Earl?
Uncle Si, ladies and gentlemen.
Where did you guys think he was going anyway up there? Huh?
See, I think there's a plan where we start talking about leaving. They're like, no, we got to keep this going.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to come on. I was going to say I'm going to let this go. They're about ready to leave, but then I heard some Yankee Minnesotan giving my brother Phil their harsh words, so I had to jump in and be like, I got to give him some help here.
Well, God bless you.
Happy birthday, Earl.
Hey, thanks again there, Phil. Many thanks. Appreciate all the birthday wishes, you guys, Bob, all of you.
That's right.
Lee.
I'm very humbled by the song. You're a very talented person.
I just something I do. God gives it to me. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
It was
If I hit a
fantastic.
tough one I can't do, I always say a little prayer, and it always comes in my head. So it
Happy
ain't
late
always
birthday,
great,
Earl.
but it's. I try to.
I'm
I
I'm
try
part
to
of
get
a
it
very
there.
exclusive club now.
You are.
Well, we know
People
Tuesday
are writing
night.
songs about you.
Tuesday night, it's actually my birthday when we're doing the live stream on Tuesday. So
On the
everybody's
7th.
got to show up and make sure you
Howdy,
super chat.
howdy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So it should be fun, guys. We talk bees, but we talk a lot of different stuff. But the main thing is it's a community and we have fun, right?
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
And that's a good thing,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
Earl's a godsend.
We all
Oh,
love Earl.
No, Casby Coleman is a godsend. I'm just a big mouth.
All right.
uh,
So I need to ask your opinion, Mr. Peppermint Man.
Howdy,
So-
Grange and Hales.
I've got the two frame colonies, right?
Thanks,
I've now had
Jason.
two hive beetle
BC.
larvas in there. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's just not enough bees in there because I've put peppermint in them. But they were the soft peppermints, not the hard peppermints. So that could be something. But I
don't
think
know.
it's mainly because I don't have a very much bee population in those colonies.
Probably.
Maybe
Probably
that's
if they're
it.
that small. I don't know.
So maybe I need to shake some more
Maybe.
bees to them.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. But definitely don't let up on the peppermint, either one. Shake them
Yeah.
some more bees and give them some more peppermint because I ain't seen a way to OD them on peppermint yet.
I'd say reduce that entrance a little bit too if you can.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
keep
go
my
back and
entrance
take
small.
those little queen blocks that I got, the queens from Jose. They fit perfect in there. Block the entrance.
oh, no kidding.
Hey,
I never
Sarah.
thought about anybody doing that.
Yeah, they work perfect for that little two frame nuke. It's about half the length of the thing, so it definitely block that down. But they just, when you do the two frame nukes and you're taking a frame of brood with nurse bees on it, the foragers are going to fly back. The nurse bees are going to stay.
Yeah.
No,
So we
it's
can't fly.
yeah. So you don't have that many guard bees at the entrance trying to stop pests from getting in. That's the first thing, and you just don't have workers going out and grabbing food and stuff and bringing it in. So it's a little bit at a disadvantage until you can get that first little bit of brood to hatch off of that frame and get a cycle going.
That's why I was saying the entrance reducer too, because if it's wide open, there's more guards that have to sit inside there that could be out foraging and doing different things.
Yeah,
No,
that's making all those are making perfect sense, guys.
no, that was a 5-frame colony that I went out to pull a frame of brood to recharge one that I had the larva in. So I took the frame out of the colony that had the larva on it, shook the bees off, and took the frame and put it in the freezer, and then went to get another frame of brood to put in there. And that was the one that I looked at, and it was and that could very well be because none of my strong colonies or my stronger colonies that I've been putting peppermint in have any issues. It's just the little weaker ones that are having a little bit of struggles right now. So I've even thought about taking a stronger nuke and dropping it into a 10 frame that I have that's struggling to give them more numbers and boost them up. So
A lot of people swear about it.
and I'll be curious to see how I actually end up at the end of the year with recombines and stuff like that, because whatever I take into winter, I plan to get out the other side,
Me too.
What's your numbers at right now?
After the 2 nukes I sold last week, 34, not including the queen colonies.
Okay.
So I've been
That's the
making
goal, man.
colonies.
Survival.
So yeah, it doesn't matter how many queens I get and how many colonies I make. If I don't make them live, then it's all just a waste of money. All the colonies, all the comb.
If your bees are healthy, and they're fat and they're healthy, then they can provide the necessary things for the winter bees and whatnot. And should have plenty of them.
Yep. So I'm just trying to fatten up the smaller colonies. If they're not going to produce honey, I'm going ahead and putting feed on them so they have what they need. And we'll see. All right, Tobias, thank you. And we're gonna do what I know to do, and I'll ask you guys if I got any questions. That's what we're here for, is to bounce ideas and learn stuff, and something you guys
brother.
may not have seen, and I haven't seen it, but I was literally, Lee's like, we go on live night? Yeah, and I said sure, and I got up and I went outside and put feed on and came right back in like 15 minutes before the stream, so I didn't have time to film it or anything. But I'll tell you what, the bearding on that one colony that had a lot of bees on it, when I put that 10 frame up top with the vent holes on it, it did help. There's less bees on the outside for sure. So that's another thing I'll probably do this weekend, is go through the top boxes, and on the backside, not the front side, but on the backside, I'll drill 2 3/4 holes and put screen over it so they can get a draft, force it out of the top or out of the bottom, and it kind
If they
of
like it,
creates a
they'll
little
keep it. If they don't, they'll propolize it. But I'd say they'll keep it.
You put your screen on the inside?
I put it on the outside. I don't even have to take the box off if I do it. I just drill the hole and put the screen up there and hit it with the power shot stapler and staple the screen over the hole and give them some ventilation. And I don't
know
ever.
if this would help you guys at all, but I made it's a square base of what they call a Vivaldi board, a quilt board, and then I just laid the ends down on a table saw and cut like a long wide groove, so there's lots of ventilation going through there, and a staple of screen up on the inside. It's so all you do is you're building just a 4-sided box and then just cutting it out, throwing the screen in, just to throw that at you. Rick, what are you holding up a queen cage for there?
Well, I got this queen cage. I put a staple, and unfortunately, the staple's going right through the hole.
You got needle nose there someplace, brother.
Yeah, I need to pull it back out.
Yeah. Hey, I owe everybody an apology here about honeysuckles, and I really, really deeply apologize. I've had a kind of honeysuckle for like 15 years, and the bees never get in it. And somebody gave me a crap load of honeysuckles, and we have more flowers and blossom right now, and I think it's because of drought last year, than I've actually never seen in a half century in Minnesota. But we have these short little honeysuckles, and they open up and everything else. The bees are all over them. And so I really apologize when I said no. Bees don't do honeysuckles. They don't do my long shafted honeysuckles. The other ones are all over. I was completely wrong. I apologize.
Isn't there a bush variety and a vine variety of honeysuckle?
These are all bushes, Earl.
I've got a bush. Well, the ones I've got outside that's not honeysuckle. That's jasmine.
We've got some honeysuckle vines that cover the cliffs, and they stay loaded with bees.
They're vines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Most of ours here are vines.
I don't see how the bees can get down to the nectar.
Well,
they split wide open.
It varies from honeysuckle.
The entire flare of the ones I've seen around here opens completely up to the bottom. They can just crawl right down there and crawl up it and down it and get what they want for pollen or drink it dry, whatever they want.
All right.
Yeah. So it depends upon the height of the flower, and that varies from breed of honeysuckle to breed. So
yeah.
That's
and I learned too that just because somebody calls it something here, don't mean they call it something there. That's a big thing. Common names are a difficult thing for everybody to agree on.
Really, really good point to that. So bees do what they want when they think we haven't figured out switched up. Yeah, Sarah, darling, you're absolutely right. I had these plum trees that were so full of blossoms. And I've told this story before, but there were a couple of these black bees that we still don't know what they are. And then all the native pollinators were on. My bees weren't on them at all. I called up my friend Troy. I said, "What's going on here?" He says, "Mike, they found something they like better."
Right. Well, you know, everybody says when like dandelions, but I get dandelions all over and I never see a bee on dandelions. But there must be something better out there that they like better than it.
I
never
think it's
see 'em
more
on.
of a. I think that's more of a northern climate thing, because there's some of the first that actually open up.
I'll see them working dandelion some. Right now, they're mostly into the white clover. It's everywhere.
Are they?
Or well, we got the crimson clover this year, and we got the white clover, but it's pretty much gone right now. Even our dandelions are pretty much gone right now.
I went outside yesterday evening and it looked like we got a bunch of white clover that come back. It had
It
kind of
will.
disappeared, but it's coming back now. But the only red clover, Clemson clover I've ever had here is what I planted last year.
That video I made about all that clover, Mom had originally mowed that. It looked like that once before. We mowed it, and then it just come right back again, just like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Rick,
Earl, I got a
I call
question
it
for
bee
you.
magic.
Rick, I think you got
I'm
a
trying to
loop
make
going
up an answer.
somewhere there.
What's that, Lee?
I think you got a little bit of audio loop somewhere there. It's coming through on yours.
Really? I don't see how.
I don't know if it was just audio coming out of your speaker from StreamYard feeding back into your mic or what.
Sometimes if you run StreamYard and YouTube, it'll do that, won't it?
Yeah,
I just catch a little bit every now and then.
If I take my one earphone out and hang it down a little bit, then the
Yeah, I
mic will
don't
pick
hear it
up the
anymore.
earphone and it'll start echoing. It
Well,
took
I
me a
don't
while
hear
to
it
figure that
I
out
muted
too.
his channel a couple of times and it would disappear, so I knew it was on his.
You're
Is
good
the
at filtering that stuff out.
I tell you what I like this time of year when I go into my colonies, when you open it up and you get that floral smell
yeah.
that comes rolling out of there. It smells like a flower shop inside of the colony.
Did that with this new honey. You could smell it when you open the hive up.
Oh,
Hey, Jason. Oh, wait a minute. Matter of fact, I know Jason's here. Let me make sure I got him as a moderator on my channel.
blossoms.
Nope, you don't yet.
I will in about half a second.
About say 2 seconds, and you will.
The that box. Let me go back. Now I got to find where he commented. There he is. All right. If you could drop a link or the company name where you get those boxes. Did you see that, Mike?
Are you talking about the Tupperware box?
No, dude. This is the coolest packaging I've ever seen for gifts or whatever. This came from. This came. Yeah. So the outside of the box looks like a Langstroth.
Get out of here.
Deep box.
Okay.
It's got his logo on it.
Wow.
When you open
It's
it
got
up,
custom wrapping paper.
and when you open it up, you see combs and bees and a smoker. It's got some information right there, which, to be honest with you, I don't have my glasses on.
No, but that's a great thing. It's put as much as you can on there.
Let me see.
What do you have it stuffed with? Wood shavings?
No, like shaved cardboard.
Oh, it is.
And let me see. It says it's got be resourceful on the inside, and it's got a bunch of information about
wonderful.
bees. This is a class thing here. So
that really is.
It's got information on the other side too, there, Bob.
On the other list.
And it does. Look, it's got his YouTube information right there. You can scan and go to his channels.
That's cool.
And even with my glasses, I can't read the other print because they're only kind of half cockeyed on my head. Yeah. But this was fabulous packaging, guys.
That is about the sharpest packaging I've seen in a while.
I've given it equal to Dirt Rooster quality. I will do that. Yes, sir.
So,
wow.
And even his honey bottles, okay?
Yeah, hold those up if you wouldn't mind.
He's got the nutrition label.
Okay.
But his is that blurry? It's probably blurry.
Yeah, but
Jason said he designed the entire box.
But what was the company that you bought them from? Oh, he told me what it was earlier today, and I forgot what it was. But on his bottle of honey, it says produced naturally on the eastern shore of Maryland by honeybees from wildflowers, straight from the hive to your table. And it's got his information on. I just thought it was a real sharp presentation. And if I was mailing a jar of honey to somebody, that would be a special type of packaging. If someone was ordering from you and you mailed them this, they're getting something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd really like to know where he has that printed. I think that's a great lesson. I love everything there. That's really neat.
And
6
sent-
supers tonight, Matt. Oh,
And
wonderful!
he
Good
sent
for
me
you.
a little mini tool with his logo on it. Just
Oh, there you go.
classic. Uprinting.com.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, that's great stuff.
Okay, there I see it. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is really pretty slick there.
Friends helping friends. That stuff's good to know.
Yeah.
Box.
Semper Fi, Bob. There we go.
Yeah, but I'm not a Marine. But thank you anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't know, right?
We gave the Marines rides everywhere they went.
Amen. Yeah. Hey, Phil. Can I ask you a question?
Navy.
Sure.
Do you have any idea what your major nectar source would be for your bees there? Have you talked to any other beekeepers?
Honest answer, no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that's why I was just wondering about that.
We have the big flow of dandelions, definitely, yeah.
Probably marigolds.
But apart from that, I am not a floral expert in any.
Yeah.
No idea.
I want to ask.
Chestnut trees would be a big flow at the minute. They're coming out big time.
Now, chestnuts, from what I gather, because I have beehives in a chestnut orchard right now, makes bitter honey, kind of like almonds. I don't know that to be the case because I haven't had that situation yet, but
well, I'd like to try that.
But we
They
will
got
see.
some strong blooms, Chinese chestnuts.
Yeah, they are kind of smelly. When I
Pungent.
go over there.
What do you know about persimmons, Earl?
I don't like them.
He knows that much.
Does
don't-
any of that
Dad loves
smell,
them.
like
The
the
Dad
bees,
loves
box?
them.
the bees hit it at all?
Yeah, according to Bob Benny's latest show, hitting it. Again, he goes in there and sticks his hive to it and goes, "Well, we got a little privet in there, but there's something. Let's persimmon. Yep, they're on the persimmon in the privet." And I'm like, I wish I could do that, Bob. You are the master, Bob Benny.
That's
The
wild.
honey tasting king. He should always be a honey judge.
If you guys are producing honey and not buying your containers from these guys, you're spending too much money.
The gambler container thingy?
Gambler container, yep. So, Man Lake and those guys buy.
Well, y'all
their
got that down to
containers from these guys.
$1.32 with lids and all, right?
No, a lot cheaper than that, like 40 something cent.
So I end up pretty much selling all my honey in glass canning jars, and they end up costing me about $1.20 a piece. So I would really like to, see. Now I want to go to the side skep one there, Lee. So
these run about 40 something cents a piece.
Yeah, that's my point there.
Yeah, you have to call them for pricing based on what you're looking at, but they have a whole honey line. That's where Man Lake and those guys are probably getting their bottles from. And you can get it in glass. You can get glass, classic glass, or you can buy plastic. Obviously, the glass is heavier, going to cost more to ship.
And then like the 1 pound, 2 pound, or 3 pound jars all take the same size lid also. So you can buy a box of lids of 1,700 lids and then buy whatever different jars you want in the same lid of fiddle.
Where is Gambler Container located?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yep,
Are they?
Pennsylvania. Yep. And they ship quick. So when you order it, within 2 or 3 days, it'll be sitting at your house.
Okay.
Lee's was
Hey, Mark.
overnighted, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I went and looked at that insulated hive, and you asked me who made it. I guess Dadant is making it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. Is that the one that's made in China?
Yeah, but he said it said Dadant on the lid.
Yep.
So I don't know if Dadant, like it's a Dadant, like they made it from, or had them make them a specific amount with Dadant on it, or if they're selling it at Dadant or what.
That's the one that's on sale on Amazon for like $170 or something. 270.
Oh yeah. I think I kind of remember that there, Rick. But Dadant, that's really interesting. How is it that we totally missed that originally?
Well, you asked me and I didn't know, so I went and looked on it and I seen
I did too.
It said Dadant right on top of it. So
That's the doggone this thing.
don't know.
When you got a lot of money, you can say, "Hey, Chinese operator, make me a couple 100,000 of those with my name on them," or not.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a link here in the channel in the comments real quick. Dry Cut Homestead William.
He's the man.
Finally reached his 100 subs last night. He just
Did
he just posted a video. He has completed the hive tool. So
the one he was hand cutting.
I can't wait to get that.
Well, he's giving 100 of them away for 100 subs. Remember, he better get to work.
Hey, William, Bob said it, not me.
Okay, thank you. I got to go check that out because when he was doing it originally, it kind of looked like a bad spatula originally, and I can't pound metal. I mean, I was a silversmith like 40 years ago, and no. So I thought that was really cool with dry cut. Yeah, I finished up. Yeah, I got to see that. I really do. The only tool.
Well, you only got 99 more to go, Bob said.
All right, so someone said they didn't have the honeycomb embossed. They do. It's under specialty. Where's it at? Specialty plastic.
Yeah, Hale said, I take it back. Evidently, they do.
Yeah, Paul with Hill.
You get 290 of those to a case on that one.
Okay.
On the ones that Lee and I use, the skep, you get 321 to a case.
And
I wonder.
You order the 1,700 lids too?
I did.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna already have to order more bottles.
Yeah.
So
I've done through my box from Better Be that I had 325 bottles in. I've went through that and now I'm on the Gambler box now.
Okay. I'm gonna try and put up a link there. This is the company in Minnesota that does the embossed pet ones too. And gentlemen, I apologize. I don't know what the price is. It's called Sailor something. I'll throw the link up there.
Whose channel are you watching on right now, Mike?
I just jumped over to Lee's just to put that one up.
All right.
I've got both channels. Yeah, Sailor Plastics. I think they're in southwest Minnesota, if I remember right. Yeah. So they have a kind of a variety there.
Who said $85 a case to ship?
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I found this thing originally, 3 years ago. Holy Toledo, the prices have changed. That's frightening. So, anyways.
Yeah, Mike, I'm also on the west side of the state, not east.
Oh.
I told you east last time.
Adrian, Minnesota.
Sorry about that, Rick.
That was my mistake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Honey bear bottle, round plastic, oval plastic bottles.
I'm not going to go with the east side because I probably get my butt kicked.
Oh.
Do they not have the like the embossed ones, like skep or
Well, the sailor does, but it's just on the
Oh, I see.
sides.
Yep, that's how
So-
mine are.
Yeah.
So that says $132.64 per case.
Okay.
Let's see how many's in a case.
Uh,
Now, when I ordered mine, it was. Let me see. I'm looking at this.
Guys, I'll see you later.
All right. See you later.
Good one.
There's.
Take care.
It says 200 per case. When I ordered mine from Gamber Container, they were $97 and some change for 321 jars,
okay.
321 bottles.
Okay.
But the shipping might offset to, if you're in the Midwest.
Yeah, you gotta run the math. Just gotta do it. And what the heck, I might even be down that part of the state or something like that. And if I do, then I'll do that dance. So here's a fun one for you. We've got 60 queen cells coming out, I think tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. So Troy's been grafting all those, and I don't know what the take is, but we've been making those, just cranking out those three-way mating boxes. We finally got the design down on those things. I'm excited for you guys to see the video of those things when they're rough. We're using 1/4-inch plywood as the divider boards in there. Troy said that he tried that brown compressed cardboard stuff. What's that stuff called?
Like fiberboard?
Yeah, it's kind of a fiberboard thing. It says,
Particle board?
Yeah, there's a name for it.
MFT.
I think it starts with a D. I apologize, but Cayman uses that, and Troy said no, it just doesn't hold up to the moisture for long term. So that's what we've
What
been
about
doing
that
there.
corrugated plastic?
Masonite? No,
those
it's no,
voting signs?
Hale, it's not Masonite. God dang it! I am so sorry. You know the doggone pegboards that you put up in your shop, and it's got all the holes in it, and you can hang hooks on it to hang your tools on.
Yeah.
That's what that stuff is. And no, we're just going with a 1/4-inch, and so it's really solid. And actually, we're using birch plywood of all the damn things. We just had a bunch of it, which is no way in heck anybody would do that. It's just so expensive or whatever. But so, anyways, we're just wrapping that stuff up. It'll be interesting to see. And now we got to crank out a bunch of double screen boards to do mine. I think I might get maybe about, I don't know, somewhere between 8 and 16 of his cells and raise them here. But my problem is right now, and I wanted to ask you guys this: are any of you getting dragonflies?
Yes.
Yep.
I see them. I saw some out today.
Yeah. Okay. So I got the
Nope.
lake to the north of me and the bog immediately to the south of me here, and this is the first year that I've seen that many dragonflies, and I have no idea where the hell our drone congregation area is here, but I might even put out a video on hunting dragonflies with an air rifle in my backyard.
Get one of those assault, what they call the assault gun.
Oh
that
yeah,
shoots solid.
yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah,
And,
when I went to my number 4 yard last weekend, when I walk up to my hives, the entrance to the hive is on the back side.
Okay.
So when I was walking up to it, they had dragonflies sitting on top of every one of the hives.
Did they really?
Yep.
So what I did was I went out and got my CO2 semi-automatic pistol, and I took the pellets out of it. So I'm just, I go up to them and just blow their wings off with a blast of air. That's just my thing. But that's what you saw in the back ears, Lee. That's frightening.
Yep.
I mean,
Hopefully they wasn't getting too many.
Yeah. Well, I guess the good news here is that, and it's kind of counterproductive, but we've got so many mosquitoes this year. It's just amazing. And, I'm sure the dragonfly population responding to it, but I just pray to God that that's what they're eating instead of my virgin queens. So
I had a little fogger that I used to use here in the yard for mosquitoes, but can't do it now when I got bees.
exactly.
So I got a little bitty rechargeable thing that I can sit on the coffee table outside on the porch. And it takes little cartridges you put in. It's almost like a citronella.
Okay.
And that thing will clear mosquitoes out for about 25, 30 foot.
Yeah, Eugene, you're right. Hey, DC put something up there. I'm planting flowers and shrubs that bring in dragonfly predators. What are dragonfly predators? I hate saying that because the only predators that we have here are like the swallows and swifts and some of the
Other
those.
birds that's hard on bees, Martins.
So I'm really curious about that. Yeah, state bird of Minnesota. Yeah, it's also the leading cause of bleeding birds. Okay. You have any idea what kind of birds you got out there, DC? We've got nighthawks. Yeah, Game of Drones. Phil, you
He-
shameless.
Shameless
I love
plug.
that.
I'll
I
have to keep
love that
doing it.
shirt.
All you gotta do is buy one from my store,
Bob's gonna have to start giving you commission, Phil.
or
Oh,
send him
goodness.
some money for the washing machine. He wears it every time we go live.
Okay.
No, he said he's gonna have to start giving him a commission. I said, or send him money for the washing machine if he wears it every time we go live.
Oh, there
like
you go.
every night.
Yeah, I love it. I do like that. That is, and someone's going to come up and ask you about it, and I just love that part of it too.
And okay, so I'll give away what my idea was for my next shirt.
Please.
It's hold on, the guy finally responded from
It's a picture of Dirt Rooster on the back in the bikini.
Yoga pants.
With the yoga pants.
Oh,
so if you're familiar with the show Breaking Bad,
a little bit.
So you know how they take the periodic table and do the BR for breaking, and all right, so you don't know the emblem, the logo.
No, but keep going. I know
so I'm going to make one that says "Beaking Bad" on it with the same logo, just to play off of their thing. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, that's really clever.
So this guy's got $430 nukes.
$1 a piece.
$130 a piece.
Oh, sorry.
In my local town. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, but we're going to change it to Beaking Bad and put it on a shirt.
So why is this guy's nukes $400 a piece?
No, $130 a piece, and he's got 4 of them.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I heard 400.
$500 for 4 nukes. I'm going to say, when can I pick them up?
Yeah. There's 1 bee a piece in them.
Probably.
I told him earlier that's them with aiming bees that come back from California.
That's what I said. The aiming bees.
Yep.
The from Jose saying amens. I'll buy them all.
He said they shook the hell out of it.
All 4 bees.
All 4 bees. If I can buy 4 nukes for less than $500, yes, sir. And I'll split them biatches down into into some 2-framers or into multiple 5-framers and let them grow back up. Right, to slap some feed to them.
It's worth a try. Go and look at them, see what they look like.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does business. He won't price nothing.
Yeah, well, I got pro nukes. I'll take the pro nukes over, slap them in there.
I about to say, if they look good, tell him you'll call him again next year.
I'll call them on later this year.
Yeah, and do you have any idea what kind of bees they are? What the queens are?
Italians and Carniolan.
Okay.
But he's got. I mean, if you look at the picture, it's kind of a shoddy looking horizontal hive.
Okay,
but when I say shoddy looking, it looks piecemealed together. But hey, I don't care. The bees don't care.
No, the bees don't care.
I'll give them a nice brand new nuke to live in.
Yeah, Hale, you're right there. Hey, I've been dying to ask
They use
Phil.
cardboard in Africa.
Yeah.
Phil, where did you get your bees?
I bought them local.
You did?
Yeah.
And do you have any idea what they are?
I believe they're
Irish
what they call
bees.
Irish black bees.
Irish black bees?
Yeah.
Okay, I actually saw a little bit about that, but that was quite a few years ago. I can't remember if that was part of the. No, it wasn't part of the stock that Brother Adams did, but they're the black bees, right?
Yeah, they are black bees. Yes.
Okay.
right.
You can get buckfast bees over here, but the ones I have are supposed to be Irish black bees.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go into Beekonomics. So Beekonomics, if I can get 4 nukes for less than $500, and next year each one of those nukes produce 100 pounds of honey, they made me $800 over a year, each one of them. So, and that's if I don't split them and make another colony off of them before the end of the year. And consider I'm using money that I bought or that I sold nukes to get in queens and honey. So it's my bees growing more bees, making more money.
Yeah, so you're in that kind of balancing act right now because honestly, if I was going to throw any advice at you, I'd be building as much equipment as I can and raise my own bees.
Well, I've got.
Look at that, Phil. What's your puppy's name there?
It's Mindy.
Mindy. Hello, Mindy.
So,
what a beautiful animal.
Yeah, so that's why. I mean, that goes back into it, though, Mike. I've got 32 frame nukes sitting outside.
Right. I'm with you there. The other part of it was I'm just wondering how much, how many hives your area can support.
I've got another yard.
Well, I know that, but.
So that's 18.5 acres at the other yard. That's close. Okay. That's close to the strawberry field.
Okay.
I've got my property that's surrounded by 15 acres of woods, plus all the neighborhoods. So, wow, I hear myself, but so I've got room. I just have to maybe like I was thinking about what you're saying about the way my hives are set up. Maybe reconfigure the yard for next year.
I would really like to see eliminate all of the middle rows and just put them in like a long line, or like an L-shaped, or run them along the border.
Right.
I just don't like that. I honest to God, Bob, I just don't like those middle hives.
Well, I don't think the bees like them that much either.
Well, that was my point.
the outside.
A lot of people keep them that way.
What, like I got them? Well, there's literally just enough room to go down in between them with the mower and box or something. There's not a lot
Looks
of room.
Looks like a typical Carolina bee yard to me.
So you need a nice, pretty setup.
They are awfully pretty. That's the damnedest thing, though. Your Krylon beehives they just crack me up, man. I love those things.
Oh, mine? Those were Lee's there. Mine, you got my Krylon yard?
Well, no. I love yours too, Bob, but I thought Lee was doing the Krylon thing too.
No, Lee uses some kind of high-dollar paint.
I use Zinzir oil-based primer and then the Bear exterior latex enamel.
And that shit is expensive.
$50 a gallon.
Is that all?
I think it's 52 now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think last year I paid something like 70. Yeah, dry cut, exactly. That's the drift thing. I don't even like to see them in rows when they're like next to one another. Just out with nothing at all.
Drivers in the USA get paid too much.
What's that, Phil?
I say crane drivers in the USA get paid far too much.
We don't get enough.
Really?
Oh,
one day without heating that open cab like you was talking about, and that'd be enough to set me off, dude.
If I'm in a crane without an AC, I shut it down. I ain't gonna lie. I've been on several jobs. The AC go out, I shut it down and go sit in the office. Don't get me a
I don't
mechanic.
blame you.
Yeah.
I'll
I do
always
not
tell them
blame
it's a safety hazard. If I get sweaty in there and get sweat in my eye, I can't see what I'm doing. Somebody might get hurt. It works. They get my AC fixed.
I could actually move those center rows over to where my nuke row is. That's actually facing south if I turn them that way and put them in a
Okay.
longer row and then just leave a couple rows there. There's all kinds of stuff. We could do all kinds of things.
Well, you'll get it figured out. And you know something, I don't know how docile or how much of a shutdown you guys get during our winters. But if I want to move the hives any place at all possible, well, first of all, I have to use a freaking front end loader to, like move these 160-pound hives, the doubles with all the honey. But if you can move them in the winter, when they're not flying out and you don't have the forages going on, you can reimagine that thing any way you want. You'll figure it out. Yeah, they are very colorful, DC. I'm pretty jealous, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, hell hives. That's a negative on that one. I did that for about 2 months back in 2000, I think it was. Had a 2-month job union here, and then after that, everything was up north. Yeah, I had just got married at the time, just had a baby. I told them I wasn't doing the traveling,
No,
so I stayed here.
completely get that.
All right. So he said I can pick them up on Sunday. I said, message me the address and I'll bring nuke boxes. So.
Match boxes you'll need, not nuke boxes.
Well, I'm going to take pro nukes over and put them in the truck and then bring them back.
You got to put a divider in the nuke box.
Probably. There's probably like 2 nukes in 4 boxes.
Hey, you never know. It might be good. You just might have too many needing to get rid of them. It might end up like the life ones you got that are overflowing.
Well,
we made to put them in 1-bedroom apartments.
Yeah, he won't. If I'm gonna slap the food on him right away too. I mean, I'm not even gonna wait. I'm just gonna pop him with food and drown him with syrup.
Gentlemen, that was something else I wanted to bring up here. So I've got the Manley cap and ladder frame feeders,
right?
And I think I've got the 1 gallon ones that snowfall pretty light. We don't get as much. Oh, really? Okay, I thought you would have gotten more there, Hale. Anyways, the it's a 1 gallon, so they take up 2 frames. Manley cap and ladder. And I talked to Troy about it, and I've loved the things. I've used them over the years quite a few times. And he said, I really don't like using those things. I actually just take the top and the ladders out. He said, Mike, if your hive is really starving, if they really want that stuff, they will plug those things up. And I knew better than to question anything they was talking about. And sure enough, that happened. I go into one of the hives, and that doggone beautiful little ladder system that they have was completely full of bees. And they just completely plugged it up. So we're pulling all those things out and just putting floater strips and all the open frame feeders in there.
So I've got the mother load ones. The frame, you're talking about frame feeder, right? So I got the I got the mother load ones, and I thought about popping that in the cap and ladder off of it too. And I've seen people just put pine straw down in them and fill it with the syrup with the pine straw in there.
Yeah. Doing that option, and then I just have a bunch of really thin oak strips that we were, like, I don't know, like an eighth of an inch thick and maybe like 3/4 inch wide. I just put them in there. But that was really interesting to see how badly they plugged that thing up. And if I hadn't gone in there, I wasn't going to go in there for like a week. And son of a bitch.
They got the whole brood box filled up now?
They plugged up the cap and ladder system in the Man Lake. there were that many bees in there, and we had like 2 days of cold weather, and they just swarmed into that thing, and that just screwed it up, but good. So that's you live and learn. It's the first time I've ever had it happen, but
Okay, Fred.
Fred.
what do we have here? Something about they're bringing pollen in South Carolina in January.
Oh
Nobody
yeah.
famous in tonight, so Brad's staying at home.
Oh.
I love it,
What are you
Dennis.
talking about? We got Earl. We got Earl on here. He didn't jump in.
No, I'm not famous.
Oh, you are
Infamous,
famous, sir.
maybe. No
You're
way,
a
brother.
legend.
No,
Earl,
not
you're a
me.
legend in our minds.
Earl, you're a legend.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Okay.
The-
I'm just a crazy person.
Silence is golden, Bob.
Oh, I
Just
love
a
it.
crazy guy that loves bees. That's all I do. And I love the
That's
Lord.
it, man.
I think that's all of us in here.
No, ain't that the truth? And what a
Most
grand
people-
thing it is.
Most people think we're. Oh, look who we got! All
Hey,
right,
Who we
we got
have
our
Sarah.
we got our
Sarah.
we got our nightly
Hey.
estrogen infusion.
Hey.
Yay!
I thought I'd come in, say hi to everybody for a few.
Grand thing.
I like your backdrop.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was
That's
out
cool.
collecting honey today.
Were you?
That's why you got the smile on your face, not
Oh.
from seeing us, for sure.
Got my infusion.
What a wonderful thing.
How much honey did you pull?
Let's see, 5 frames, and it feels like about 20 pounds.
That's
Oh,
good.
nice.
That's mediums.
It's mediums,
Oh, nice.
and it smells like blackberries.
Oh, I caught that.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Does it taste like blackberries?
Yes.
All right, so if you go to
Really?
my video earlier today when I opened the package, I left my shipping address in there. Feel free to send me a sample.
There you go. And we just had somebody that said that they pulled 6 supers earlier. I think they're in northern Ohio or something like that.
That
That's
seems
awesome.
early for Ohio, isn't it?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. But I was staying in touch with Thomas in I believe he's in northern Ohio, the Free Range Art Farm, and yeah, he ended up with.
Good night, Jason.
Oh, take care there. Take care there. So, yeah, when I saw you had the blackberry thing, so we have the mini blackberries here. We call them black caps. They're about the size of like a little fingernail.
Yeah, I have a few of those too.
Okay, and the people. Oh crap!
What happened? Hit the wrong button.
Blue
Technical
connection.
difficulty.
She'll come back.
Blackberry produced in Oklahoma too. Wow. Sleep as well. Okay. Good night, LaGrange.
Good night, LaGrange.
I
God bless.
just get such a kick out of his name. He's Canadian, it's LaGrange, and I'm like, I keep thinking of ZZ Top.
Oh, she's back.
I touched
means
the
the
wrong
farmer, his
thing.
like-
Sorry.
That's what I said. She hit the wrong button.
I'm just gonna leave it
In his
alone.
native tongue, it means the farm or the
Oh,
ranch. Mike.
What's that, Earl?
In his native tongue, it means the farm or the ranch.
Oh, is it
The
really?
The bee farm, the bee ranch.
In French?
I think that is his native tongue. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. LaGrange. Okay. That makes complete sense.
I looked it up because I was comparing it to the ZZ Top song all the time in my head. There's LaGrange, Texas, and I knew that wasn't it. So
LaGrange
it was,
translates into the barn.
French for the ranch or barn.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good night, LaGrange. Have a grand evening.
The barn.
Have a good
Yeah.
night, LaGrange bees.
So I am
You're
just really
welcome.
curious about that blackberry honey, though. That's just driving me a little nuts there. We have so many of those black caps growing wild throughout our peninsula here, and
Yeah, I have a few of those too growing. Not as many as the blackberries, but there's a few.
yeah. Regardless, it just sounds so good.
I know it does. I don't even know. See, you guys are all special. Look at you, extra people know exactly where my honey's coming from. Mine is like it's honey from whatever. Just wild. People ask me, well, what's this come off of? Whatever they pulled it from.
Flowers.
Yep.
I can't tell you what it tastes like. I just know it's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. Honey's just good.
Yeah. So we're I'm actually speculating with my friend Troy that a lot of our honey here actually might be the aphid, the honeydew honey. And I'm very, very curious about that. There was a German beekeeper that he has all what they call the forest honey, and that's all honeydew honey. And so he gave some to a friend of mine, and we're going to try and do a taste comparison because I'd never had pure aphid honey before, but it's so dark and rich. And my friend John said, no, it's just absolutely excellent. But Blackberry Flow.
Okay, some of you honey experts, if your honey tastes like root beer, what did it come from?
Root. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sassafras.
I'm drawing a blank.
This is somebody else's honey that they gave me.
Yeah.
Will
Near
said
here.
sassafras.
But it tastes like it does taste like root beer. It's good.
Wow. A&W. Yeah, it came from A&W.
They got into the A&W factory.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So it's got a root beer taste when you first taste it, but then afterwards you can like get that floral aroma to it. Look at that, man. I'm all sophisticated honey taster over here.
So
Bob,
Bob's
you're
a
Bob.
honey snob.
Yeah, honey
Bob
snob.
Beatty is honey snob again.
so Frederick Dunn
That's the same honey.
Had a professional honey taster on, and she went to she's in I believe in Australia, but she went to Italy, and so they have a professional honey tasting thing, kind of like a the wine.
Goldenrod.
Oh,
Put Bob Beatty up against her any day.
Stinky socks.
Yep.
yeah, it is. But you know something, it's like buckwheat, and that's that. And somebody just mentioned, I apologize, it was Michael, the alfalfa.
Now, does buckwheat honey smell like manure?
Black licorice to me.
When it's in the hive, it smells like old socks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had the real strong smell. I couldn't tell you what it smelled like, but I like it.
Well,
Yeah.
I pulled a frame at one of my out yards, and it smelled like they had some pollen stored in there. And it's almost like they collected it from a flower that got pooped on by a cow.
So it had that grassy smell to it.
It was. I gave it back to the bees.
That is so good. That honey is so good that I got from Jason.
Yeah.
Is that Jason's in Maryland, isn't he?
Yeah, this is from Maryland. This is real good.
Yeah.
Wonder what time of year it was.
It's from the Chesapeake Bay, but that would get interesting there too, because in the Chesapeake Bay, then you have some brackish marshes and whatnot, and they've got flowers of, only grow in brackish water. So you end up with that too.
3 different honeys, 3 very distinct different tastes.
Isn't that amazing?
And 2 of them are from right near here, so
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Thank you. A honey sommelier, Hale. Not just yeah, thank you. I really butchered that, didn't I, Hale?
It's like the honey that I pulled the other day. One side of the comb, it was a little bit lighter, like yellow color on the wax cappings. Well, let's see. And then the other side, it was completely white. Let me see if I can get this.
Really?
Shit, wrong button. That was one side, it's kind of like a yellowish color.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the other side was just solid white.
See, now I've got that on like one side of my cone, and then on the other side is like really dark.
Well, guys, in all fairness, though, one side of the wax will be a different color according to how much the bees are walking across it.
Yeah.
So,
But even when I cut into it, when I went to extract it, I cut in with my hive tool, and one was a little bit lighter color.
Yeah, okay. I figured you meant that, but hey, Jeff Thomas, how you doing there?
I feel like if I get enough different flavors of honey out here, it'd be good to have a honey tasting. Just have people come and, hey, let's go through all these different honeys and taste them, and you can see how different they are from year to
heavens,
year,
yeah.
season to season.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
exactly
pretty
what
cool.
I've been wanting to do. Taste it, not have one of those things you're doing.
Oh,
Just taste it all. Scoop it
Mhm.
up.
good night,
Good night,
Dennis.
Dennis.
You got to get some good rolls and biscuits to have at the honey
I know, right?
tasting.
Just butter biscuit.
Green apple.
It's like these here. I mean, the one on this side here, it's
Yeah.
a lot stronger tasting than this one. The clearer one is a lot sweeter.
Now, if you guys really want a good treat, get you some strawberries and put your honey on it. It is decadent.
There you go, Bob. If you can differentiate, you'll know which is which.
I used to have a girlfriend that was in that honeys and strawberries thing. Oh, that was whipped cream, not honey.
Oh my God.
Easy.
I've got to try that, sir, because actually, I do the Italian thing where I actually have like 20-year-old balsamic vinegar and I put on strawberries.
Now, I got to try that. But
This is the real stuff that's aged, so it's thicker. This is not the fake balsamic that you
it's
get.
the genuine thing.
Yeah, and so in Italy, if you go into like one of these small town places, the people bring their own little container balsamic with literally eyedroppers, and they'll put a couple drops of on the strawberries of the stuff. And I'm ashamed to say that I've never, because we grow a lot of strawberries. And I've never had honey on strawberries before, so
Try it. I'm telling you.
I'm going to.
It is amazing. I have
Yeah.
a little strawberry patch, and
Did you
I
see
forget where I saw it. It was on a YouTube video. Somebody was collecting honey, and then they put their strawberries on it. And I
Oh.
said, well, I got to try that. And now I just got to tell
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
So, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
try it.
That sounds
And-
pretty good, mixing it with your fruits.
I wonder how honey and pineapple would do with that citrusy and the sweet.
It would do good. You know it would, especially on some barbecue chicken.
But I did try
Oh yeah,
honey on some avocado, and that's good too.
I'm gonna do that this weekend, Earl. You just
Now that I've heard of.
I'm gonna take pineapple and mix it with honey and use it as a glaze on my chicken.
Oh, yeah.
See
man.
how that comes out.
Do it.
It's going to come out good is the way it's going to come out. What time you
think
doing that?
I think the honey and pineapple would be good on pork chop.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah.
oddly enough, that's funny you should mention that because my neighbor over here, I dropped off a half pound of my ghost pepper honey when they were making grilling ribs last weekend. And I want to know how that went. I haven't heard any feedback from that.
Hey, I'll
sour
do that.
cream, and brown sugar on strawberries is the bomb. Yeah.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. You can definitely tell it's summer. We're talking strawberries and drooling.
She's serious about them strawberry eating, ain't she?
All right. So Matt said the 6 supers that he's extracted due to his hives being too tall. I had to do the shake it and take it. Everything was at least 50% cap. Each hive has 6 supers on them, and they are full.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Making room, baby, making room.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
Good deal.
That's it.
I was
I
thinking
have
about doing
6
the same thing.
supers, but they're all on 6 hives. I'm not
Hey.
at that level yet.
Yeah.
I've got a couple that have 5 supers on it and a couple that have 4 supers on it. And I'm probably going to do the same thing. Because like last Saturday when Ricky Rourke was here and I was shaking the frames out, nothing was coming out of them when I was shaking them. So I probably will take that, spin it, let them work on the uncapped stuff. And then when I get that spun out, then I'll give them the frames with the honey on it to let them clean it and put it back in new supers, right?
It seems
Yeah.
to motivate them when they get the empty cells covered in honey. It's like they just go to town on it.
Well, to them, it's a leak, right? It's emergency, I would think.
Yeah, they're going to clean it up.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, we got sprung a leak. We need to fix this before we flood out.
Same boat, Matt. 5 deep, and half the bees I had last week taking tomorrow. If the one thing I encourage everybody to do, if you can, try and get as many drawn comb honey supers in reserve and put them someplace. I don't let any. I use a metal queen excluders because I don't want any of the brood to get in there because then it encourages the wax moths here. But that's just me. But and then they freeze solid. When I pull them out, I leave those doggone honey supers out. So anything that's in there is frozen solid and put them away. But yeah, folk, if you can get as much drawn comb and honey supers, first of all, it increases your product, but it also lessens your stress level too. Like, sorry, you got 6 honey supers on 6 different hives.
Pretty much.
That's a balancing act. Yeah.
Well, and I have 20, but not all of them are producing honey right now. There's a bunch of them that are just getting built up to get ready for winter.
No, there you go.
But next year, you'll be buying. You next year you'll be like me. I need that 30 frame extractor, an uncapping tank, and a steam uncapper, and an unbottling tank. You need it all. I gotta have it.
Oh.
I live in next year country because I know next year is going to pop off.
That'll be exciting.
That's what I said. Next year, I'm not going to worry about no expansion. The rest of this year, anything that I buy, pretty much going to be honey supers for next year.
That's the direction.
Yeah, I think over the winter, I'm going to collect a few more boxes.
I bought way too many honey supers for this year. Way too many.
Okay. Where are you storing them all, Bob?
They are outside on basically I don't know if you saw where I took my old racks down with the old timbers that were on it. But I've got them stacked up on there. I bought 50 supers earlier in the year, and I had some from before, and I bought 50 more. And so they're sitting out there. They've been treated with eco wood, just sitting out in the weather right now.
Phil, you got a question there. What kind of biscuits you got there, Phil? Are they soda bread or what are they?
No, soda.
No,
bread.
they're potato chips.
Oh.
They're crisps.
Yeah.
Oh, he said biscuits. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lost in translation. I apologize.
Yeah, they're crisps over here.
Hey, I picked up the paint cans. Thank you very much. And then I went and painted again. So there's more paint cans I got to go get out of there. So,
okay.
Krylon for the win.
Little out on the yard on Sunday. Set up a little. Oh, okay. Okay. Dry cut. I had to read that twice.
Little out yard action.
Yeah.
Is Billy not coming in? No.
No, his signal's not very good at home.
Hey, y'all. Appreciate you having me on tonight. Good seeing everybody. I'm going to jump off here.
Okay,
Earl. Good one,
happy birthday again.
Thanks very much, and y'all have a good night. God bless y'all, and God bless your bees.
Oh, God bless you.
All right, Earl. We'll talk to you later,
Take
brother.
care.
Like
and then
Jared,
the beehive homestead is feeling on us too here. Okay. Rest of the sun will be here fast. Yeah, that's the truth. So.
Yeah, I still got honey to bottle and everything and label tonight for the market in the morning.
Yeah, and I'll keep saying this to the day I die. Lee, those clear labels you got, I still think those things are just. So
I like them. The only thing that I don't like if you rub them too hard and you got like just oils on your hand or whatever, it will rub the labeling off.
It does do that. Okay. Okay.
Because all it is just a thermal layer that they print on there.
But I don't.
Oh.
I mean, when I bottle them and twist them, they go in the case, and then I don't touch them until I'm handing them to somebody. Typically.
Yeah, but then our customers are handling them, and I don't want the labels coming off on there too. But either way, they look really neat. I like them.
I mean, they don't rub off real easy, but they will wear off.
They will, according to what you got in your hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really the swarm I caught from my own hive. Put on at least 40 pounds of what? 2 weeks? What? No kidding.
Yeah.
The swarm he caught from his own hive put on at least 40 pounds in 2 weeks.
They were motivated.
Yeah.
Well, you figure, did they have drawn comb when you caught them, or did they draw out comb? Because that comb's going to be a ton of weight too.
Well, the doggone this thing is you catch a good healthy swarm, and they are wax building machines.
Well, that nuke that I got, that big nuke, they're wax building machines too.
Are they?
Oh, I mean, I didn't expect to get any honey from that colony first season. and they've got 5 supers on them. They've just exploded.
Okay. I know which
And-
one you're talking about now.
And they're drawing it out like mad.
They were not a 6-bedroom family in a 1-room flat. Hale comes up with some of the best one-liners.
Well,
man.
and don't feel bad, Bob, because I did that too. I put a really big swarm in a nuke, and they left. They said, "No, we ain't having it."
Well, the thing was, it's what I had in my truck when I got the call, so I went
Yeah.
right to it, and
Yeah.
I tried to add an extra. Did add an extra box on top of it, and they just weren't having it, and we're gone. So, oh well.
They do what they want.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like that first swarm I caught this year. They filled that 5-frame nuke up. As soon as I got home, I put one in the 10-frame.
And but we're doing good. What can we expect? I'm gonna get these other nukes. If he responds back to me, I told him I'll buy them all.
Say, sir, weren't you telling us that that you put a swarm trap on the top of your husband's deer stand?
Yep, and it's back out there now. I just got another swarm off of it.
You did?
And he put it back out there. I think it's the second one this year. We got 3 last year in the same spot. And then, that tree fell over, so he had to find a different tree for it. But it was just 1 this year. But this is the second time that it's been out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get another one.
Well, I like it because of its height and because of its safety and convenience. So
yeah, it's in perfect height off the ground.
Yeah, height, safety, convenience.
And
Nice.
It's a whole ladder to get up to it, and yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if you saw I can't Nathan. I believe, is it Nathan with Duck River Honey? He
Yep.
did one like that, except the bees decided to build underneath the swarm trap, underneath the deer stand. So he's trying to hang underneath it and scoop them up, and get them off. And I'm watching this whole thing, and I'm thinking to myself, "This is an accident waiting to happen." This is just.
Last year, and I'm gonna do a premiere video on this. We went out at night to get it.
Oh, you did?
And what I thought was that the swarm was bearding, right? I thought, because I was new, I'm just learning about it.
Yeah.
Well, when we went back out at night, they were still out there. It was a whole separate swarm. I thought it was a secondary swarm, but it was 2 swarms in one. That in that tree stand.
No way.
Yeah, I'm gonna premiere the video soon. I'm just tweaking it, so.
Oh,
Nice.
I look forward to seeing that. And what was it? Dennis just said that I got 3 swarms from my deer stand last year.
Hey, Dennis, while you're on here, just to let you know, because Dennis has come by my house and we're both veterans. The VA did rate me at 10% right now. So.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you, and thank you, Dennis. But
I'm a daughter of a veteran. My father was in the Army, and I'm wife of a veteran. My husband was in the Army.
Well, I'll tell you what. How does he go to the VA?
My dad gets veterans benefits, yes.
Does your husband?
No, I don't
Why?
believe so.
Tell him quit delaying. Go ahead and register with the VA, because even though you may not need it now, if something major comes up, he can go right to the VA and save yourself a ton of money just by registering.
I'll put that in his ear.
And if he's got any issues, even if it's hearing loss, like I do, that's why I talk excessively loud on these videos, by the way.
My left ear, ever since I was born, it's gobbledygook out of this ear. That's why I only wear one earbud.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
And I mean, I got 10%, which is nothing. It's $152 or $57 a month, but for 10%. But while I'm processing the other stuff, I'm still getting a check, so that's good.
And the thing is, once you start getting that 10%, say it takes 3 years for you to get 50%, they got to back pay you that 40% difference for those 3 years.
I forgot about that, Lee.
That's how they done my dad. It took him about 8 years to get to 100%, and he got quite a chunk of money for all the back pay.
Yeah. Well,
And-
regardless,
and-
money's one thing, but man, I'm just Dennis 100%. Yeah, I just so many of the bets I have got one thing or another, and
Well, yeah, they need to go to the VA. Look at Phil sleeping on the job.
Nope.
Yes.
Is it
we
like
saw
4 a.m., Phil?
It
Three.
is
3 a.m.
Four-
probably.
4:12.
4:12.
Phil.
I know
What
I'm
are you
about to
doing
have to get
tomorrow,
off
Phil?
myself.
Yeah, we're gonna hop off here in a second, but definitely have him. I mean, go register for sure. It don't take long. Take his DD 214 down there, and they'll process him. Take a picture, send him a card, and assign him a team to come get a checkup. And then I don't usually go to the VA unless other than the annual checkup or something's wrong with me.
No, but to have in the back pocket is a wonderful thing.
Yep. So right now
Every little bit helps. Yeah.
right now he probably doesn't need it, but if something catastrophic comes up, even if he's got civilian insurance, he could be like, yeah, let me go to the VA. And the VA, I mean, they did all my heart stuff and all that, so I recommend it.
So, Phil, the next time
Yes,
you're
Mike.
on, I want to see get a picture of your beehive.
He's got video out there of his VA.
Oh, you do have video?
I
Yeah.
do. Very poor videos, but they are out there. Yeah.
Well, hang on a second. Can you throw up a link to your things?
I'll leave that to our illustrious leaders.
Lee, Lee the librarian, have at it, brother. Much appreciated there.
Yeah, I'm
And,
good. I think I'm gonna go to the DAV. They've got at the VA they have like a special section for disabled veterans, and DAV is like an organization as well, and then they'll help you process the rest of your claims out.
Oh, bee juice. Okay.
Fermana bee juice. Fermana bee juice.
For mana.
That's
Fermana.
me.
There
Forgot
we go. Okay.
And when you squish them, it looks like the color of the lights from the black bees of Ireland.
Feeding the bee juice fishes. Okay, I just had to subscribe there. That's wonderful. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mike.
No,
All right.
I much appreciate it. I did run into your channel once, just some obscure thing, and I don't remember even how. That's really funny. Okay, I look forward to going through that.
So, Mike, did you hear about the
There's
giveaway?
not much to go through. Don't worry.
Hey, no, I love it though.
Did you hear about the new giveaway we're going to be doing after this week? No,
I don't think I did.
So,
I haven't caught it yet.
So Blythewood Bees has donated 5 Saracel hive top feeders.
Ooh.
So after we're done with this one, we're going to start doing 1 Saracel feeder a week for 5 weeks after that.
And
That's
then
a
still
grand
on
idea.
Tuesday nights and comment on the Tuesday nights.
Yep, just like
Okay.
before. We'll keep it going. And subscribe to Lee because he needs more subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm already subscribed.
Lee needs more bee content. More bee content.
Bob, let me know if you ever figure out where the hell that Tupperware feeder came from.
I asked him about that, and even the owner was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure where I got those from right now." So so when I did it on the 2 framers, I had an old nuke box. My new nuke boxes I bought are narrower than my old nuke boxes, so they don't fit in the new ones. I had to make sure I had an old one and put it on top.
There we go. I got to do Sarah's thing.
But the bees are killing it in there when I put it on top of that nuke and added a box on it. Yeah, they're drinking it up in there.
So there's a secondary reason I ask about that though, is because of I think I mentioned this before, but I mean that looks like something that would actually fit in between Ian Stepler's pallets.
Right.
It looks like it's the right height, so that might be a god's. By the way, did you guys see his last flood?
He had another flood. Yeah.
Oh, I know. It broke my heart.
I'm man enough to admit I started to cry a little bit. That's just unfreaking believable.
He can't catch a break.
No, and it was in one of those obscure things that if he would have been 50 yards in a different direction, but he was in like a 100-year floodplain, so he'd never seen flooding there in his lifetime. But that's what you run into. So that's just that. Okay, and I got Sarah's now here too.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing.
I know in 2016 when we had the flood come through here, if I was sitting right here in the flood, I'd have water almost to my chest.
Oh my
You were mentioning,
goodness.
yeah.
I'm in a double wide. This end of the trailer is about 5 foot off the ground, and we still had 3 foot inside.
It was that. Whoa.
Hey, and just for people that are looking or have a YouTube channel that are trying to, we don't mind promoting people's YouTube channel. We just ask that you have some beekeeping content on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you don't have any beekeeping content, you come on. I've got 7 subs. I need subs. But you go to your channel and there's no beekeeping videos. Yeah. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. We're not uppity, but you know what I mean? You got to
put the work in.
You got to be putting some information out there.
Yeah.
I'm working on my content. I'm getting over. I'm making friends with this camera.
Yeah, you and me
That's
both.
the hardest part to me.
Well, I can say I have no apologies for sending. My last video is of Her Majesty the Queen.
I saw that.
Her 70th year on the crown.
Yeah,
Wait, did she take it when she was 18 or 21? Do you remember?
I wasn't about, Mike, so I'm not sure what.
I wasn't there.
How old is the Queen?
70 years on the crown.
On the crown, and how old is she?
She's in her 90s, I'm
She's
sure.
96.
I know she's in her. So
90s?
she was.
she's
So 25.
She's 96.
Wow.
So 25. Well, I was looking at that video. Charles is great up pretty much too now.
Charles is 72, I believe.
I wonder how old Diana would have been.
Yeah. Oh, goodness me. I remember watching his wedding with Diane
I did
senior in high school.
I can't. Oh,
So
I don't know why
if anybody wants to watch, there's huge celebrations in London at the minute on YouTube.
So
for
my
Her
question
Majesty.
for if Charles is watching right now, I have to ask.
Yeah, because he's a big beekeeper.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure he's, of the 24 people, someone in the royal family is watching right now. So I need to ask Charles, what were you thinking trading Diana for Camilla? No chance. Not a no chance. I would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll not go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah, where are you?
I'm in Indiana.
What
Originally,
part of Indiana?
I was born in Michigan.
Okay.
And I'm a transplant to the Hoosier town here.
She's a Michigander.
Yep, I'm a Michigander who lives in Indiana.
Oh, where in Michigan?
Ann Arbor and Sheboygan.
Oh, really? Oh, no kidding.
That's Chuck to his beekeeping friends.
It's
I love it. Prince Chuck. or we'll Chuck the Prince. One or another. Well, God bless you all. I'm going to take off here. He thinks he's asleep, but I guarantee you we're going to take a walk. So,
Rick, we were just getting ready to head off here, buddy.
Yeah.
I know, and I heard Mike's going to take off. I'll see you, Mike. Good talking to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Rick. I sorry missed most of you guys there. That's watching Top Gun, and I'm like, okay, I had a big bowl of popcorn, so you guys lost.
Charlie lost. Charlie didn't even show up for the popcorn. But Rick, Sarah's in Indiana as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah, what part?
I'm in Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, you're way over to the east.
Yeah.
Oh, we're by Terre Haute. Terrible Haute.
Terrible Haute. I don't think I've ever been
Dennis.
over there. Good night, Mike. It was good talking to
Mike.
you.
Y'all take care. God bless.
Have a good
Bye bye.
See you, Mike.
So yeah, we were just getting ready to hop off too because Lee's got a bottle up honey for the show tomorrow or the flea market. No,
The farmer's market.
farmers market. We got flea markets
It's getting
here.
late on Bob.
Yeah, it's 11:20. And you know what? I'm gonna try because it's only like 72 right now. I bet you my thermal image would work a lot better without it being 1,000 degrees outside to check the bees. So
So
Okay,
I see another live coming
we've
after
got a
this
live
tonight.
Bob show after now.
no, I'm not gonna
Since
go
I
live
didn't-
on it.
Since I hit the wrong thing, I didn't want to. I can't see anybody's comments, but hello, everybody in the chat. It's good to see you.
I want some of that honey, Sarah, that you have. That was it, blackberry or something?
Blackberry. I'm pretty sure that it's blackberry.
I'd like to try some of that.
Well,
Go to her website.
go
You
to
can
my
order.
website and drop me a line, and we can
Yeah,
arrange
I'll
that.
drive over. God dang it, I'll pick some up. Yeah.
Well, I don't have it bottled yet. I still have to uncap it and everything. I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow of uncapping and extracting and stuff. But
You got a hand spinner?
yep, I got a hand crank 2-frame.
You got kids that are gonna sit there all day and spin it out?
If they want to come over, I don't know.
Get you a battery drill.
Bingo.
That-
That's what I'm going to use mine.
Pop that handle off, put your drill on, just make sure you're on low speed.
Speaking of which, while I'm thinking about it, before we hop off of here, I got an email from Blue Sky, and they have a Father's Day sale going on, and they have 9-frame hand cranked. They have 9-frame motorized and 21-frame motorized extractors on that sale. And they got uncap and tank, a bunch of stuff. So I got an email from them. But they have that Saf Natura. I think it's Italian made. I'm not sure on that though. But they've got a bunch of stuff on sale. So if you want to check them out at Blue Skies. And for Daddy's Day. I don't know. Whatever.
And
Just
while
an
you
idea.
check out the link for the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Check out the link for the shirt.
The shameless plug again.
But you bought the shirt, Sarah, didn't you?
Yeah, my husband's not wearing it tonight, or I showed a picture of him, but he really likes it.
You're gonna have to get him on here one night.
So what did you think about the Beaking Bad idea shirt? Like
I
Breaking
think
Bad?
that's awesome. And then you got to tie in Better Call Saul somehow. I don't know if you've been watching.
Put it on
that.
the back.
There you go.
But we'd have to change it up though, because
Call Earl.
we better call Earl. If we because if we don't, then we could get like trademark, right?
Yeah,
So
you got to change it up like 20% or something. More than 20%.
Let me see. I'll think about it. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, put your thinking cap on. I like that Beaking Bad idea though.
I'll come up with something. If it Beaking Bad, Better Calls. What? It's not for live footage, obviously. My thinking cap. I feel like Winnie the Pooh when he sits down and he's like, think.
Bob's not going to sleep tonight.
No, I'll be thinking about it. You guys don't know. When I get OCD about something, it'll keep me up all night, and I'll be thinking about it. And,
Lee's gone. He's away.
He
He's getting some.
I'm in the middle of one that time.
Let me see. I don't know. I'll come up with something. What's the big guy? What do you call the big guy that was his bodyguard?
Oh, I can see his face in my mind. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember either now, but I'll come up with something. Watch. You wait and see. Y'all will all be buying the Beaking Bad shirt. Watch.
Now watch. As soon as we get off here, I'll remember.
Yep. That's how I am too. I'll be out there and like it'll just pop in my head like when I'm doing something.
Forgetful beekeeper.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna call it for tonight. 3.5 hours into our short live on a Friday night.
Well, it was good to talk to you guys.
It's good talking with you. Please come back anytime. We enjoy having you on.
I sure will. And I'll be
having a female
I'll see
on.
you Tuesday.
You're like one of the only 3 female beekeepers on YouTube.
I'm sure there are lots more.
Well, let me see. I know Kaylee, Natalie, you. Well, Grammy's midwife.
Yeah, Miss Lisa.
So that's 4. And then Texas Bee Works. That's 5.
Well, and there are more because there's Beekeeping Made Simple. She's in Hawaii. What's her name?
There's another one. There's a
and then there's the Mayu in Japan. She's a natural Japanese beekeeper.
And
I can't understand her though.
I'm getting there.
Hey, Sharon. And we've got Sharon. We've got what's the other?
Don't forget Rhonda.
Yeah, Miss Rhonda Lundy.
Not many come on your show though.
And then there's Yvonne. I remember seeing Yvonne.
Yeah.
Isn't there one like hippie beekeeper or something like that? I follow her. She doesn't have that many subs.
Oh, and there's curly-haired country girl. She doesn't know about your live stream, but check her out. She took Leo Sharaskin's course, and she has a horizontal hive.
Why can't I remember this lady's name? Next time I think about it, we'll have to raid her channel. She does she doesn't have a lot of followers, but she does. Why do I hear feedback in my head?
I'm hearing it. Is it me?
No.
Mr. Rick.
Dad.
What'd you do, Rick?
Dad got the TV up, turned up.
I'll have to find her channel and we'll have to raid her channel and give her a bunch of views. Tell her you've heard about her here but she does everything. She does grafting and all kinds of stuff.
My first attempt at grafting didn't stick. None of them stuck.
I don't have very good luck introducing queen cells either.
So I just kind of let the bees make their own till I can. I've been trying to practice just going slow.
One thing when you have as many, when I subscribe to so many channels, when I go to look for somebody's channel and it's in my subscriptions and it says, and 522 more, to go through, I'm like, may or may not be able to find. Is that it? That might be it. I might be totally wrong.
Oh, I call it night.
All right, night, Rick.
Is this? No.
Now, I thought my tablet was on a while ago when you were having trouble thinking and all. I was trying to grab this to plug up real quick.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Yeah, that's a true story. That is a true story. And you know how many beekeeping
comb
channels?
honey real quick.
Tell them
I
we got to see them on camera too now.
Hang on.
What branch of service was your husband in?
Army. That's some comb honey that I got today.
Nice little.
It was
comb
wonky.
honey.
It was wonky comb, but it was capped. So I said, "Well, hey, take it."
That's it. I could sell that right now.
And it smells of blackberry.
Quit teasing us. That is not fair.
If we only had smell-o-vision.
I know. It's amazing. If we had smell-o-vision and could let people smell the inside of a colony and everything.
If you go out in your colony right after somebody mows the grass, it's like walking with Jesus.
Right.
There's nothing like it.
Smash that like button.
Nah.
I hadn't broke out the soundboard in a while.
Smash that. You need to have the. Hey, you know what? We haven't seen Castle Grounds Apiary monthly recap yet either.
Mm-mm.
Man, I wish I could find this channel for you guys. I like it, but she doesn't put out a whole bunch of content, but she does put out good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I got so many beekeeping channels on here.
Who was that on here a minute ago was asking something about laying hives when you were talking about the sale?
Laying hives? I don't know. I don't use the laying hive, but
We were talking about the different things they had for sale. Somebody was asking.
I know Fred Dunn was doing a video on Lance hives recently.
It was somebody in the comments just a second ago.
I wanted to say it was hippie beekeeping or something like that, but I don't see it now. Or is this it? I would have to watch the video to see if that was.
It was Michael. I don't know if that's April or a Pale. Anyway, go check out Horizontal Bees. He just uploaded a video on laying hives.
Oh yeah, he said he was going to do a horizontal laying hive.
And it
Maybe
says
that's what it's
Bob
about.
Walker on there also.
He tagged me.
No, it said laying hives set up, comma Bob Walker.
Oh, maybe he put the clip from when we were out here messing around.
It may be a little bit of each, one for the laying hives and then one when he was there.
I might be totally crazy about the name of this channel, but this. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a channel. She does have 1,350 subs. But if you guys don't follow Butts Bees, Butts Bees,
Australia?
No, she's in the States somewhere, I think.
Is she?
And she's got a lot of colonies, so go over there, give her a comment, and tell her you heard about her here. Maybe we can get her on the show. Butts Bees. I just dropped the link, and
well, I have to go back and get it because I'm not touching anything else. I'll kick myself out again.
But yeah, she's kind of an older hippie chick in my mind, but she's got a bunch of colonies, and she goes through queen rearing and everything. Mm-hmm. I think her content, she should have more subscribers based on her content than she does.
She does their cell builder preps, the graft work, everything.
Awesome. That's what I'm trying to learn.
So yeah, she'd give her a follow. Appreciate it. And guys, we got to go. We've been 3 hours and a half.
Well, good night, everybody. Rest well, and I'll see you on the next one.
Good night,
right.
Sarah.
We'll see you later. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Phil, go get some sleep so you can go work your bees tomorrow and not sleep all day.
Have a good one, Phil.
Good night, guys.
We'll see you guys later. All right, Lee. We'll talk to you later, brother.
Have a good one, man.
All right, bye.
Good night.
Good night.